Welcome to North Hardin High School. We're here for high school football action, 6A district play. The homestanding North Hardin Trojans welcome in the Barren County Trojans. We are having the Battle of the Trojans here tonight in Radcliffe, Kentucky. I'm Paul Gray. Alongside me is Tony Menendez. And again, the North Hardin Trojans come in at 3-4 under Coach Brent Thompson. And the Barren County Trojans come in at 4-3 under Coach Tommy Muse. And Tony, we've got a second district game for both of these teams. Explain to everybody out there where these two teams stand and what's at stake tonight.
I mean, this is really big. You want to capitalize on each district game. You want to come out on top. We've got them both playing, and also tonight we have Central and Meade playing. And so this, it's starting to get like a pressure cooker. You can't drop another one. That's a big deal.
You can't drop another one. Both of these teams 0-1 right now in the district. Last week, North Hardin lost a thriller, 35-28 to Meade County over in Brandenburg. And then we saw a couple weeks ago this Barren County Trojan squad drop their first district game to Central Hardin 49-6. So both of them coming in at 0-1. Both tonight coming in with quarterbacks who have some really impressive, good-looking numbers. For North Hardin, Jaden Thorpe comes in completing just under 60% of his passes, so pretty good passing completion percentage. 13 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, 900 on the season. So Jaden Thorpe has had a nice season. They don't throw it nearly as much as they have in the past. And then Will Childress on the other side has had a pretty good first half of the season as well. This Barren County squad coming off of their bye, tell me what we might expect to see from them out of the bye and what kind of adjustments they could have made.
Well, before the game we spoke about how traditionally that Barren County had been just like running the ball, been a run-dominant type of team. And then we're not 100% for sure if it was just a stifling defense of the Central Hardin Bruins stopping that run and just winning those fights up front, or did they see something in the passing game to make them want to start looking at going more spread, more throw heavy? I'm in the thinking that it was the latter, where it was just against Central's front, they just had a hard time. So in this game, I'd like to see, are they going to go back to that run game against the North Hardin Trojans, or are they going to start opening it back up? They did do some neat things. Their quarterback looked really good when he had some time in the pocket to sit back and pass. They had some good looks, and some of the receivers were really good, made some good plays, good catches down the field. So is that something they want to build on, or was that just a byproduct of playing against the defense?
Yeah, we've got to see if their offensive front and defensive front will hold up. They did not defend the run very well at all against Central Hardin. So tonight against North Hardin, will Barren County's front hold up? As you mentioned, their quarterback, Will Childress, looked good throwing the football. Interestingly enough, he had only had 61 pass attempts through 6 weeks of the season. Then 2 weeks ago against Central Hardin, 32 pass attempts in the one game. So they just, I agree with you. I just think they couldn't run the football. They had to throw it. We'll see tonight. Their leading rusher is number 12 senior Donovan Bradshaw. We'll see if Bradshaw can get going, if that offensive front.
But now, last week, North had trouble stopping the pass at Meade County.
Absolutely.
And, you know, as former coaches, we look at game film and try to capitalize on what we see a team's weaknesses is, and if we feel like they can't cover, and we know we got a quarterback that can sit back there and throw, we got some receivers who can catch the ball, and we did have some limited success against Central, maybe that's something they try to push more in this game against North.
Absolutely. The guy you're referencing there, guys who can catch the ball, Aiden Miller, number 19 for this Barren County squad, had himself a fantastic game against Central Hardin a couple of weeks ago.
We called him Captain Do-It-All.
He did everything.
Kicking, catching, tackling.
He ran the football a little bit.
Did he have an interception in that game?
He had an interception in the game. He had quite a game.
And he's out there preparing to kick right now.
In a 49-6 loss. So number 19, Aiden Miller, the senior, keep an eye out for him. Will Childress, the quarterback, not only did he look good throwing the football, he was accurate, made good decisions. Again, they couldn't sustain much. He only scored 6 points. We saw him at the end of the game make a no-look pass like Patrick Mahomes. It was a pretty impressive thing. He's looking down the field and just threw one out to his left around his body to an outlet running back. So that was pretty impressive. On the other side, we'll be looking for Sean Boykins, number 3. He does everything for this North Hardin squad, receiving, rushing, and we'll see how much impact Sean Boykins can have. And obviously their leading rusher, Kai Boyd. Kick is off, and the Trojans struggling to get it. Kai Boyd, the running back, has it. And, boy, they let that bounce around quite a long time. But Boyd is able to end up with the football. They'll start at their own 31-yard line on the left hash.
I think that was kicked short because they were worried about Boyking catching it way back there. They had some issues with special teams in the last game, too.
They did. They were not sharp in the special teams play. Looked like he was trying to kick that one a little higher and just ended up getting a lot of rotation on. So 2 wide receivers to each side, shotgun formation. Jaden Thorpe is the quarterback. He's got Kai Boyd in the pistol look behind him. He's facing a 4-man front with a blitz. He's going to go deep on the first play. Oh, my goodness.
And that looked like a fake screen to the outside and then hit that go route going downfield.
So it was number 2, Sean Rose, the intended target. And so he ran the go route after the stutter fake, like you're going to block somebody and then try to run by him. And he had 3 or 4 steps. It was just off his fingertips. So it was 2nd and 10 now for the Trojans. Big number 55, DeMoney Taylor up front for the Trojans, along with Trey Alexander, 74. Those are the anchors of the line. They'll give to Boyd. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks another. He'll end up with about 3 yards on the carry. Tackle was made by number 19, Aiden Miller, and number 22. We'll get a name for you on that one in just a moment.
And Barren, and I can see where Barren bit on that play. I mean, it was an incomplete pass, but North is known to use the screen game quite a bit to open things up.
So it's 3rd down and 8 after the 2-yard carry for Boyd.
They caught him jumping.
Good job by North Hardin to make this take it from a long yardage situation to now a short yardage situation. It'll be 3rd and 3 now from probably the 38-yard line. And again, it'll be Thorpe at the quarterback, number 5, with Kai Boyd behind him. Trips formation to the right. This could be screen out to the right or give to Boyd. Those are the 2 most likely. It's looking like screen to me with where Boyd is now set up in front of the quarterback. No, they're going to quarterback keep straight ahead. He's got it. Good block.
I was wondering if they were going to go to that keep because last game Central had some success with that.
Yeah.
When it was short yardage plays where they would spread you out, make it look like maybe they're going to do a screen pass or a quick out or quick hitch, and then
they faked the sweep, but it's outside zone or zone stretch to the running back, and then kept it up inside on the option look. There's the screen
pass.
Looks like it's 3. Sean Boykins with the ball there. That'll be a 1st down. I believe they've got him. See where they mark it.
Spot it. Yeah,
they've spotted it for 1st down. So Boykins picks up 11 on that reception on the first throw from Thorpe. So again, he's been efficient in his passing. See if he can keep that up.
During that pistol look again.
It's a 4-3 look.
Got a man in motion. And another screen
to Seeley. That's Devin Seeley with it on the left side now. And he is held up after about a 4-yard gain. So another completion on the screen look.
And that's where North has been doing, which is going to that screen game and using those athletes to make something happen after the catch.
Tony, when you go to a trips formation and the other team is in a zone look, you've got them outnumbered. If they're in man, they're going to match you up 1-for-1, but you can outnumber somebody doing that. 4-3 look. Thorpe looking to escape the pocket. Good throw and catch. 18-yard gain. Devin Seeley on the catch. So Seeley's got a couple of catches now. 3 for 3 on this drive for Jaden Thorpe, completing passes.
And that was a good. He kept his head on a swivel. Was looking for the man downfield. Was able to complete that. He didn't just immediately tuck and run on that play either.
Broke the pocket and did a good job getting the ball down the field. 9:08 and counting here in the first quarter. Motion from Sean Rose. There's some sort of, I believe, North jumped early maybe. That'll be some sort of motion. So that'll put him at 1st and 15 from their 20 from the Barren County 27-yard line. They need to get to the 12 for a first down.
So do you think that motion was just a check to see if they were in man coverage in that situation?
I think so. Yeah, it was, something we would have called stupid or idiot motion. You're just going back to where you started, but it gives away the coverage. Looks more like a 4-4 cover 3 look here, possibly. Maybe a man look. Trips formation to the right. They're going to give to Boyd, stuffed in the hole.
That was a good job up front by Barren County. They didn't have that look against Central, so that was good to see that they can get in there and hold their own.
So Boyd picks up maybe a yard on that, possibly 2. It was a great tackle in the hole by number 21 filling there. I'm looking for number 21 on the Barren County roster here.
2nd and 13 we're in there.
21 is Trig Carver, so Carver made that tackle on that play there. 2nd and 13. Now deep motion there.
Right
and
there.
A backwards pass. Dangerous. And, boy, not much going on there. That was a strange play.
We got a flag on the play as well
boy.
at the end.
Was that a block in the back on 55 to Money Taylor?
Yes, it is. I'm not sure if I like that play.
I don't either. The motion man was probably 5 yards behind the quarterback and 10 to 12 yards from the line of scrimmage, and then he went backwards. If he misses that pass, it's a fumble. A lot of danger there, and an illegal block by Damani Taylor, number 55, is going to back it way up. They're all the way to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down and 28 now. They haven't moved the down marker for some reason. The down marker needs to get moved back to the 40. He's just standing there. Thorpe going to break the pocket and run. Good speed. Oh, he lost his shoe. Well, it's now going to be 3rd down and 12, so they got that yardage back. 16-yard gain by Jaden Thorpe, so he's thrown the ball effectively. He's run it effectively. 2 carries, 21 yards here. 7:20 and counting here in the quarter.
If they continue to pay, well, the last play, I guess, because they went to a zone look and they were playing way off the receivers.
They're going to go back to the screen again. Space. Oh, it could be a touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans! I believe it's number 2, Sean Rose.
It is number 2.
2 or 3?
I
believe it's 2, Sean Rose.
Yep, Sean Rose.
So a 21-yard touchdown to Sean Rose.
It looked like they had them back there for a minute, and just some missed tackles and good running by Sean Rose there to score that touchdown.
Quickly split the defenders, that's for sure. So Rose, 21 yards and a TD. So this first drive ends beautifully. Jabari Rashid on, and the kick is good. So with 7:04 remaining here in the first quarter, Trojans out in front 7-0 with an impressive first drive. A couple penalties, and it didn't stop them a bit.
No, they dug themselves in a hole there and were able to dig themselves right back out. It's some good football there.
This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical therapy associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville, online at physicaltherapyky.com. And so the Barren County Trojans will take possession of the ball in just a moment here. Jabari Rashid on to kick off.
I'm not sure if I liked some of the zone coverages they were calling there. I feel like with as much as North run screens, I almost feel like you want to run a man coverage.
Or if you're going to run zone, you've got to spread some of it out a little bit. You've got to account for what you're looking at.
When they have those bunch formations, you got to be prepared for that in your zones. It didn't seem like they were in there. Then because they were playing off so much from the zones, those screen passes had some cushion space to let them develop.
It really did, yeah. When they go trips, you've got to shift over to that to give yourself some space. Rashid kicks it deep. That's in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. So Rashid with the big leg.
Now we're going to get our answer on what is Barren County going to do.
We'll see again if number 12 Donovan Bradshaw is a big part of what they're going to do here. Again, they got away from him against Central Hardin because there was nothing going on in the run game against Central. We'll see if they can adjust that here and have more success.
And he's under center.
Under center. In a wing T, double wing look, they're going to go trap to the fullback straight ahead. He's going to pick up a few yards. It looks like 3. And that was Brad. Is that 12 Bradshaw? Yes, that's Bradshaw for 3 yards. So answer on play 1. They want to establish the run, don't they? Actually, they're going to give him 4 yards. That's a good pickup.
They give him a good spot.
Good pickup there. Out to the 24-yard line after the touchback.
Again, another wing team formation.
Yeah, wing to the right, split end to the left. They're going to throw it on the play action. Look, great throw to the outside. Good catch. I believe that's number 16 on the catch, Logan Truitt. So Truitt's going to pick up the first down. They pick up about 12 on the throw. And again, Will Childress is so impressive throwing the football. Rolling again to his left and throwing back across. He's a right-handed quarterback. That is a tough throw.
And he did a good job with that fake.
Absolutely.
On the feet on the inside. To just anytime you get some hesitation from that second level.
So
helps
again,
the
same
pass
formation,
game.
deep motion to Truitt. They're going to go to
inside
Bradshaw again. Nothing doing, man.
Time. It looks like maybe a yard on that play.
All over him. Jackson Lentz was in there, number 34. On the tackle, so that'll be. Ooh, man. Yeah, that's yard. Yeah, move that back a little bit. Almost 2 yards on the carry, according to the spot. So Donovan Bradshaw's a big, strong kid, and he's pushing the pile a little bit to get some yards where it doesn't look like there's anything. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter.
Under center once again, so back to the
I formation this time. Twins right, tight end left. They're going to go toss sweep to the twin side. There's space there too.
Good cut in the hole there.
Ooh, man, big carry, 10 yards.
Push of yardage is there.
That's number 9, Cody Rito carrying the ball. First down, Barren County, BC.
Yeah,
we'll just call them BC. We can't call them Trojans.
Trojans and Trojans.
The Trojans just tackled the Trojans on the play. BC Barren County Trojans on the carry. So first down and 10 right at midfield. The nose of the ball is sitting on the 50-yard line. And
these have been a good set of runs. The last game they played must have felt a bit disheartening because the only really positive run yards was from a jet sweep and kind of like a couple broken plays, but they're running good right now. They just ran right inside.
Yeah, that's a 6-yard gain.
Yardage there.
Cody Rito again on the carry, so he's got carries of 10 and 6 yards here back to back. And you could see their offensive linemen really pushing the pile that time. Number 62 and number 51 were really Hunter Compton, the center, number 51, really helping to push the pile on that one. 56, Riley DeGroft also in there really pushing the pile. So good job there. They're in an I formation here with Rito at the tailback and Bradshaw at the fullback, and they're going to Bradshaw straight ahead.
Pushing ahead to get that first down.
I think he got it. I think you're right, Tony. So 4-yard gain for Bradshaw on what looked like just a fullback trap to the tight end side.
And Aiden Miller sealed that block. You know, we talked about him being an offensive threat catching the ball, but he was actually in there sealing that edge.
So first and 10 from the 40. They just got the first down. 3:43 to go here
Well, if the saying goes, that ain't broke, don't fix it.
Toss, sweep, left. That's absolutely right. Rito's got it. He's got space
nice
on the outside.
Cut on the outside. Looks like he picked up about 6 on that, maybe 7. Depending
See
on the
where
placement.
they spot it.
I thought the Trojans had him there for a minute in the backfield, but he did a good hard cut there to get extra yardage out of that.
I think they only gave him 5, so he's got 2nd down and 5, and that's Rito again with a nice gain on the toss sweep there. Again, they're in an I formation. They've got Aiden Miller opposite the Twins in the tight end spot. Twins right this time. Miller is to the left. And 2nd and 5. Play action pass look, sprinting, throwing, and it's thrown away as there was pressure from number 50, AJ Ruggiero.
I would think maybe one of my keys for the North Hardin Trojans is if you see Aiden Miller in a 2-point stance and not 3-point stance, he's probably going out for a pass that down.
Good eyes, Coach. Yeah, absolutely. So Aiden Miller standing up and looking to get across the field on that sprint out, on that bootleg action, coming across in the drag. There's 3 wide receivers this time, 2 left, 1 right, with a tight end.
They're going to run it again.
Bradshaw on 3rd and 5. Looks like he gets 3. It's going to leave him a 4th and 2. So here we are. I don't think there's a decision here because they're too deep, I think.
Too deep to punt it and too far to kick it.
They're at the 32, 33 maybe. So 4th and 3 actually. They only gave him a 2-yard gain on that. So Bradshaw straight ahead couldn't get much. Double tight end. Oh, they get North Hardin to jump. Did they throw the flag? And they did. All right, so both teams have used the hard count. And North Hardin on 4th and 3 was ready to try to get in there and make a play, and it ends up backfiring on them as they are.
And that's one of the hardest things to coach, discipline-wise, when you're in those situations. I mean, you tell the kids, your eyes are on the ball, your eyes are on the ball, your eyes are on the ball, your eyes are on the ball. But it's
not that hard to coach. It's the word you said is discipline, and the kids have to do things the right way. There is a little reverse, kind of like a buck sweep there. Number 28 carrying the ball. That's Cash Moore on the carry. We'll see how many he got. They started on the 28-yard line. I think he may have only gotten maybe a yard. Maybe 2. Yeah, somewhere in there. I'm going to give him a yard. I'm going to say 2nd and 9 from the 27-yard line here. Double tight end. Tight end is to the right. Excuse me, double wing. Tight end to the right. And they're going to that fullback trap again. And Bradshaw, nothing there, but he pushed it forward.
He's just hammering in there to get 3 or 4 yards just by just sheer will alone, just pushing the pile.
Good tackle from 23, Mason Howard, and 50, AJ Ruggiero on that play. He's going to pick up 2 and bring up a 3rd down and 7 from about the 25-yard line. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter, and they are deep in Trojan territory, North Hardin Trojan territory, and they're going to go with the bootleg. Throw in the flat. There's Bradshaw with it. That'll be a 1st down. Down to about the 12 or 13-yard line, tackled there by Howard. And can't tell if that's 8 or 9. There's 9 on the play. I believe that's Gosa, number 9, helping out on that tackle. Isaiah Gosa came up from his defensive back spot to help make that play, but a big 1st down. That was the same
pass play as earlier, just he didn't have that pressure on him, was able to hit that out route.
That was the back out of the backfield. They're kind of a waggle look, Tony. So they're down to the 13-yard line. That is a 12-yard pickup there on a big 3rd down play. They're back in the eye and straight ahead again to Bradshaw. Man, they really want to work the interior of this North Hardin line. Nothing doing on that one. Great job by that interior of the defense.
I think that's going to end that quarter right now.
Clock is running down, and the quarter will run out. So after 1 quarter of play, North Hardin 7, Barren County 0. Barren County is threatening. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. E-Town Apartments is family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of Exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling.
Well, we got to admit, we may get lucky and be able to check that Central Hardin score and see what's going on with them in Meade County.
Have not gotten an update yet, but I am sending a text right now. I've got my sources at the game.
In the booth, probably.
I do have that as well. Actually, it's my daughter, for crying out loud. Text me, dadgummit. You're supposed to be giving us updates on the thing. All right.
I'll add to the pressure. Let's see.
You got somebody else you're going to try to get a hold of there?
Hit my buddy Sarah Bauer.
Ah, yes. Miss Sarah. Let's see if she can't give us an update. Here are the Barren County Trojans. Tight end right, Twins left. They're going that toss sweep again. And, again, a good carry inside the 10, down to maybe the 9. The score currently at Central Hardin is 15-10 Central Hardin with about 30 seconds to go in the first half. So late in the first half is Central Hardin in a close one.
And we got a good game out here.
We've got a good game going. 3rd down and 6 there. That was Rito on the carry a second ago and picking up about 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 6 from the 9. They're going to go with counter trap. They get it to the 5, which is going to be a couple yards short, maybe a yard short.
Looks like
less 4th and 1. So a 5-yard gain to Cody Rito as they went with the old counter trap.
Well, I know they've been running inside, be able to get a yard every time. So I'd go for a yard here.
All right. Well, the Trojans have been in a 4-man front this entire drive. I think they're going to go to a 6-man front goal line look right here, playing man-to-man everywhere. They'll be bringing the blitz, and there's going to be a timeout. I think the coach, Coach Muse from Barren County, wanted to see how they were going to align, and he got his answer.
So would you go to this timeout? And in this timeout, Coach, would you say go to a hard count to try to maybe pick up the 1, and if they don't jump, then run a trap?
You know, the last time they ran the trap, they got hit right in the mouth and lost a yard. I honestly, seeing them in a straight man look right there, I spread them out all over the field. I go back to my 4 wide receiver look with Bradshaw in the backfield. Maybe run a jet sweep with Miller. I mean, Miller's the big kid. Put the ball in his hands and trust him to turn it up and run somebody over to get a first down. But I think I would spread them out all over the field. Try to get them wide so they can't filter through so easily and maybe make a big play in the backfield. We'll see what Coach Muse decides to do here. I see a wide receiver to the right, but it looks like they're going to be in an I formation look here. Twins to the right. Not really twins. It's more of a wing right, slot right. They've actually gone over balanced tight end to the right as well. Man, that's exactly what I was thinking. And North Hardin had 3 defenders, a couple blitzers, and D linemen. There's AJ Ruggiero on the play. And there's no gain on the play. So that was a bad decision to go. Again, when you bunch all up, it's great if your line understands the concept of gap control and not allowing someone to filter through those gaps. You know, maybe you run a down blocking scheme or a wedge blocking scheme. But there were 3 Trojans, all from the weak side actually, that came filtering through and hit that play in the backfield. That play had no chance. I think that was probably a bad move once you saw their defensive look. He didn't learn anything from that, I don't think. 4-man front for the defense, 3 deep. They're going to take a shot up the right sideline. Caught!
Oh, what a
And there he is,
catch.
Sean Boykins making the big catch. So they were on the 4-yard line. They're going to get it out to the 42. So a 38-yard throw and catch.
That's a. I think my guy's better than your guy throw.
Oh, absolutely. So you get a 3 deep look. It's that corner is in deep coverage, but he doesn't have any help. Once his cushion is broken down, he's one-on-one back there, and Boykin's just too much for him. And a great throw, as you said. 1st and 10 from the 42. They're going to go to Boyd straight ahead. Boyd's got a couple. He's fighting for more. Good run by Kai Boyd there, as number 9, Cody Rito, was there to make the tackle, but struggled to get him stopped. That's going to be about a 6-yard gain. Yeah, we'll go 6-yard gain, so a good carry from Kai Boyd. And now what could have been a tie ball game down here on the other end. Barren County's now in trouble as North Hardin is approaching midfield.
They need to really push hard and try to. They need to get a good stop here and try to force a 3rd down, because you don't want to be down 14 points before the half.
Bootleg. Thorpe on the outside. Boy, great stutter step and run.
And he may have picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, there's a flag there. I'm not sure if that's a block in the back from Sealy or if that's a hit out of bounds by Barren County. But flag is out. We'll see who that's on. That's going to be an interesting call there, as one of the receivers was coming back to make a block. But there was also contact out of bounds, so I'm not sure what that's going to be.
So it looks like he was shy of the 1st down before he went out of bounds. So
about 2 yards shy. Yeah, illegal block. That was on 11, Devin Sealy. He saw his quarterback running, trying to come back to help. I mean, you can't block from behind like that anymore. Blocking the back is going to be a problem anyway. But, when you've got people who aren't looking, that's going to be a problem. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12 after the penalty there. Ball at their own 40-yard line. 9:50 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Quick screen to Boykins. Boy, he's one-on-one. I like that if I'm the Trojans. He beats Miller. He's still up, still running. It's going to be a 1st down. You love that matchup. You've got to get more than one guy there when you're playing the screen like that. You can't have Miller on an island like that.
He's playing so far off of him as well. So by the time he can come up and attack him, one-on-one with a speedy athlete with some skill, you don't want that matchup happening to you.
So Sean Boykins making another big play there, 15-yarder. So he's got a 38 and a 15-yard catch on this drive alone. They're going to look down the field again. Sean Rose is there, makes the catch.
Fumble.
Oh, they're calling him down. Ball is going to be at the 7-yard line.
That was an awful close call.
Ooh. So a 40-yard reception for Sean Rose. Wow, what a drive here, starting at their own 4-yard line. And now all the way to the Barren County 7-yard line. Tight slots, 2 to each side. Give to Kai Boyd, and he's got all kinds of space to the outside there. Let's see if he can make it to the pylon, and he does. Touchdown, Trojans.
Good job reaching his hand across, realizing where he was before he stepped out of bounds to get that touchdown.
So Kai Boyd, number 22, with a 7-yard touchdown run to make this game a 13-0 game, pending the extra point now from Jabari Rashid. With 9:09 to go in the 2nd quarter. Boy, just about 2 minutes ago in game time, Barren County's on the 5-yard line, going in to score to tie it. Now they're down 2 touchdowns. Worst case scenario for Tommy Muse and his club, they're going to have to get it back together and put something together on this next drive, or they're going to find themselves deep in a hole.
They really need to go score a touchdown right here. If they can eat a bunch of clock to end out this quarter and then maybe get the ball back at the start of the next half, score again, make this back into a game.
So with 9:09 to go here in the 2nd quarter, it's 14-0. North Hardin.
This is a drive they need to score.
They've got to put some points on the board here. It's late in the 1st half. They may not get it back again. This may be their last drive of the half, depending on, if they're 3 and out, they might get another shot. But if they can go down and score, this is probably it, because then the Trojans will get it back, and can't imagine there being a whole lot of time left after the next 2 possessions here with 9:09 to go here in this portion of the ball game.
when Barren was running the ball, they were eating a lot of that clock. I mean, they could eat a chunk of clock and score.
I mean, literally, they've had the ball one time.
Yes.
Trojans have had it twice. I mean, this is, you know, and we're at 9:09 to go here. Both teams have eaten clock. Both teams have had long drives. I don't know how many plays that was for Barren County. That had to be I can count them up and give you an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 play drive. And got nothing out of it. So 15 play drive for that Barren County squad yielded 0. So good kick from Rashid. It will be fielded at the 3.
Right here.
Oof, not much space. Good open field play by the Trojan special teams. Looking for a number there.
All right, Barren County, let's see what they can do this. Before the end of this half. You got 9 minutes to get down the field and score a touchdown.
Yeah, starting at their own 16-yard line, Barren County Trojans.
Same score at the half for the Central Meade game.
15 to 10. Well, that's a tough one over there. 9:03 to go here. As Will Childress will take the snap. He's going to run belly keep. Got some space, but was run down from behind. He needed to turn that thing up and get what he could. It looked like Isaiah Gosa, number 9, making the play. He did pick up 4 yards, however. So he had some space out there, makes the most of it. 2nd down and 6 to go here. Ball is now out over the 20-yard line to the 21 or 22. Again, the Trojans are in a 4-man front look, a 4-4 defense, 3 deep coverage look. They're faking the jet sweep. Oh my goodness, he threw it right to the defense. That was a horrible decision. Outside linebacker on the interception there. Who is that? Number 7 on the interception there.
And I'm looking at that window for that throw, and I didn't see anything that was thrown.
Oh, there was nothing there. There was no opportunity to get that in. He just didn't see it. It's Roderick Reese, number 7, making the play on that. So he's got an INT, and boy, he has set the North Hardin Trojans up in great field position again. As again, just a bad decision there to throw the out route to the inside receiver when there was an outside backer sitting right underneath that play. Give to Kai Boyd there. Ooh, big tackle. Big number 77 there to make it.
They were driving him back on that one.
Big number 77 is Jackson Arms. So Jackson Arms was there immediately to make that play. The senior defensive lineman there all over that play. They're going to say he picked up 4 yards. I didn't see that. I guess he pushed forward and then was dragged back, but
I didn't see that. I didn't see that push forward.
Our eyes must be failing us. What is going on out here? All right. So a
4-yard
gain. Big shift into a trips look. Getting Thorpe under center there. Is going to throw the screen. Oh. What in the world is that? That was a disaster. That is just. What in the world is going on?
Like
There's a flag.
Sort of like halfback pass thing, and then we get a flag at the end of the play. For some reason,
that's Lunds. Lunds who threw the interception there. So it went to Sean Rose on the screen. Then he pitched it back to Ronald Lunds, who threw it down the field. I didn't see who made the interception. Was it 22?
Yes, and it looks like a personal foul.
Oh, there was a personal foul on number 9, Cody Rito, I think, was knocking Lunds down after the play. There was no reason really to be doing that. 22 is Tanner Harper, who made the interception there. So good play by Tanner Harper.
I'm surprised that North called that play, as they've been able to dictate.
They've had their will. Whatever they want.
So
that just made no sense.
No time to get cutesy.
Oh, there was no reason for it. That was covered so well, too. There was a deep corner behind it, outside linebacker, an inside linebacker underneath it. That was a mess. Give straight ahead here. 7:18 to go in the first half. The give was to Bradshaw. Nothing doing on that one straight ahead. He'll get 0 on that. They start on their own 10 because of the personal foul.
That first series looked like North Hardin was having a hard time up front dealing with that push in the middle, but it looks like they're starting to like figure this out and
absolutely,
and push back and starting to get more of their way there on the inside run.
Nice run. Cody Rito's got space.
A nice little stutter step there. Cut out and just go.
35-yard gain for Cody Rito. And again, like you said, stutter step. He got the ball and just kind of paused. He waited. Then he saw a hole.
Like a
and
draw.
He darted.
Even though it wasn't a draw.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's right.
He basically read where the seam was getting ready to happen and then stutter stepped and took off in it, and he was gone.
So, boy, they're out of the shadow of their own end zone with that run. That was an important run
first
for this
down.
Barren County. They needed that first down. They need the points, like you said before. They've got new life after the mistake by the Trojans, by the North Hardin Trojans. Give to Bradshaw, has some space.
Cut in the edge, and he's going to get
powerful
it.
run,
like
16. Yeah,
14,
I'm going to give him 16. 16 yards on the carry for Donovan Bradshaw. Started as an inside zone play and ended up him breaking it outside.
He had a good hard push out there where he just was able to push that. Looked like number 22 on North Hardin off of him.
Yeah, great job.
We're in a shotgun look now. They going spread.
Going spread. Tight end trips left. They're going to give to Bradshaw straight ahead. Nothing doing there. Who's on the tackle? 23, Mason Howard there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage.
Getting about a yard.
Picked up a yard on the carry. So 2nd down and 9. The ball is at the 45-yard line of the Trojans.
Now, looks like going back to that spread look again.
So tight end is to the right, doubles to the left. Oh, boy.
That high snap.
Is that 50 A.J. Ruggiero on the play? Makes a 4-yard loss.
Gets that high snap, and Ruggiero cuts through there with no block.
Well, the other thing I would say
just lays it out
is Ruggiero was coming up off the outside, off the edge, and for some reason the running back, instead of cutting upfield, he kind of tried to outrun it to the outside, just ran right into it. I think if he'd have gone straight ahead, he wouldn't have lost any yards. But Ruggiero made a great play on that one. Trips to the right, 3rd and 14 now. Childress backed up. He's under a lot of pressure. He'll throw that one away. So that looks like that'll mean punt time for the Barren County Trojans with 4:28 to go in the half. The North Hardin offense will get the ball back.
Good job by their defense holding them there in check after that big run.
Good pressure there by the front 8 to get to the quarterback, make him throw that ball away. It will be Aiden Miller back in punt formation. Ball's resting on the 50-yard line. He's standing at the 37. Ooh, pressure, and there was a hold. They didn't throw the flag, though.
Nice kick, though.
Very good kick.
Can they get there? Can they get there?
It rolls into the end zone.
You almost able to slap it out before it got there.
Yeah. So the North Hardin Trojans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 4:19 to go. Not exactly a 2-minute drill, but they will have to move the ball down the field pretty quickly
and they have all their
to make
timeouts.
Something happen.
Barren County, I believe, has used 1. North hasn't used any.
This one has moved pretty quickly here. Give us to Boyd. He's breaking it out the right side.
Cut.
Wow. Wow. Did they knock him out of bounds? They did. Wow. At about the 48-yard line. So a 28-yard run by Kai Boyd.
I'm going to give him the 49 by the ref steps where he's at. 49.
Okay, yeah. Okay, 29-yard run. Good job, Kai Boyd. And I'm telling you, I saw some guys from Barren County there off of that edge that they ran, the right edge of the North Hardin offense. Some guys just kind of didn't look like they're putting in a big effort. Number 9, Cody Rito, kind of standing there. He was not working hard to try to get to the football. So Barren County maybe losing a little steam here already. Cody Rito's carried the ball.
He did have that big run.
About 10 times already. Yeah, he had the 35-yard run a little bit ago. Screen pass, wow, almost knocked down by Aiden Miller, incomplete. That was a dangerous pass attempt.
And that was a better play on the screen. That's the first time we've seen them like actually break up the screen before it happened.
Yeah. So that's the first incomplete pass for the Trojans. Jaden Thorpe had completed 7 passes in a row to start this ball game. So that's the first incomplete
throw. When we coach defense, I think we love teams that threw screens.
We did. We were really good at playing
eat
those.
Them up.
Yeah, really good at playing those. There is
nice run. Ooh.
Damani Taylor was out in front of that and making number 55. That was basically a counter trap where you had the guard pulling and trapping the end, and then the big tackle turning it up. So to lead the play, so big first down run there. For about 21 yards. Kai Boyd, so he's got runs of 29 and 21. I think this is a Barren County squad that looks just dead.
They're looking a bit winded.
Hands on hips and just really not ready to compete right now, it doesn't look like. Little counter action there. Pretty good run, about a 6-yard gain there, it looks like, for Boyd. Yeah,
Barren County's got a lot of two-way guys on their team.
Yeah. And they are gassed right now, late first half, and they got to suck it up and get something here to get a stop. Thorpe is going to throw the screen to the left. That one's incomplete. Is that one on the ground?
That one is on the ground.
Barren County picks it up. Number 22, Tanner Harper has it. And now they blow the whistle. That ball was thrown backwards. That is the danger of some of those throws they've been making, and there's another turnover.
A good heads up by the defensive player to recognize that was not a dead play and pick up that ball and then go with it.
So Tanner Harper has an INT and now a fumble recovery, making his presence felt there. So did not hook up well on that screen pass and didn't throw it forward. Screen passes are supposed to be thrown forwards, not backwards, and we've seen 3 of those so far. Now it's come back to bite the North Hardin Trojans. 3:21 to go. Can Barren County make something happen? Deep throw. Aiden Miller's got it. Touchdown, Barren County.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was that connection we're talking about before the game.
52-yard touchdown pass from Will Childress to Aiden Miller.
Looks like the safety in the corner were confused because they're both sitting there arguing about who had what on that play. But somebody should have been over top on that.
Well, 3:13 to go.
Quick turnaround that was. The interception led to straight to a touchdown, and now looks like we're going to be a one-score game again.
Miller.
That's good.
Will score the touchdown and the extra point. So, what's his name? I don't know. Mr. Do-It-All? Mr. Do Everything?
Mr. Do Everything. Captain Do-It-All.
Captain Do-It-All.
I'm sure he's one of the team captains as well, so we can't say he's probably Captain Do-It-All.
Yeah, he definitely is Captain Do-It-All. And Aiden Miller has, just like last week, he had an 82 or 3-yard touchdown catch against the Bruins last week. And now he's gone over the top against North Hardin. It's a little surprising they haven't taken that shot earlier against the Trojan
they're trying
defense.
to establish that run, but I mean,
wow, just lightning strike, man. That's what Aiden Miller can give you. Again, he did that in their last game against Central Hardin. That was their only score. Was that big 80-yard? Now on that one, he caught like a 15-yard crossing route.
And I want to say it was
outran everybody.
I want to say it was after the interception play that he did that.
Yeah, I think that's right. And so here, right after the turnover, Tanner Harper comes up with the fumble recovery, and they hit a 52-yard touchdown pass on first down. That's I love that call. you know, people talk about that all the time, that when you get the other team on a quick turnaround, sometimes they're a little bit confused, a little shaken.
You hit them
the
with
defense is running out on the field
quick.
late. They weren't ready to be on the field. They may be late looking for their calls, and then all of a sudden you've got a guy running by you down the field. So good call by Coach Muse, and his Barren County Trojans are now on top of it. Again, they don't want to kick it deep. You're right on that. I wouldn't want to give them that kind of field position, though. And
not with the score where it's at.
With 3:08 to go, North Hardin will take over at their own 46. And, oh, by the way, that Barren County defense hasn't had any rest. They look tired and disheveled on that last series. And,
I mean, really, the only time that or it's feel like they've been on their back foot's been from penalties that they've done and a couple of play calls that maybe shouldn't have been called.
Silly turnovers. Just no reason for those. Poor execution, poor play call.
We got another screen.
There's a screen that was close. There's Boykins with it. And Boykins, that's a
he's
good
breaking
call
it.
because he's gone.
Man.
He's going to
score a touchdown.
He's going to score on this. One man
maybe.
left to beat.
Well,
Can't
maybe
beat
they
him.
got
All right,
out
they
of
ran him
bounds.
down. Woo.
Looks like
Big
he
play.
is on.
He's down to about the 14 or 13-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, on the 13. No, well, it looks like on the 12-yard line.
42-yard gain for Boykins. Boy, the numbers tonight are going to be just massive for this.
And I thought Barren had learned from the other screens how to play it better. And the last series they played better against screen, and that time they did not play that screen right
Rose
at all.
in motion across. They fake there and give on the counter action.
Good run.
Boyd up inside. He's inside the 10, down to maybe the 6 or 7. They're going to give him a 7-yard carry. We'll give him 6. 6-yard carry on that one for Boyd. Second down and 4 from about the 8 or 9-yard line, somewhere in that area. They've got to get down to the 5.
They bumped him over
inside
this time.
The 5. Yeah, trips right. Quarterback keep. Held up. I think he's got the first down, but short of the end zone. Number 18 there to make the tackle was Jonathan Wilson.
We got first and looks like 2.5, maybe 3.
So about a 6-yard gain for Thorpe on that one.
Number 5 is limping off the field there. Hopefully he's
5.
okay. For the Trojans. North Hardin Trojans.
Oh, okay. We got a timeout, North Hardin here with 1:54 to go. They got first and goal on the 2-yard line here, trying to spread this back out to a 2-score lead. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company, has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets,
West Point, Riverdale,
general pests, even
Glendale,
moles, their team has the
Spring
knowledge,
Crest,
skill, and training to
Upton
safely
Day,
and effectively
just,
eliminate the
Harper
problem. Call
Heroes or
270-737-6900 or go online at
whatever that may be.
bogabug.com.
We
West
really
Point Bank has 5
try
offices
to
located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton,
be
Glendale,
involved
and West
and give
Point, or
back
find
to
us
the
online at
community.
westpointbank.com.
So you
Let us help make life
talking about
simple at
community
West Point Bank,
involvement
hometown
and
banking
HCEC-TV
made
sport
simple.
Is there anything?
Special thanks to our HCEC-TV
covering
crew,
sports?
Devontae
Absolutely.
Carney,
We don't.
Michael Collins, Madison Wilcoxon, and Ron Hartley bringing us the action tonight, working the cameras, working the truck for production. Thanks to those young folks, and Ron, who's a young person as well.
Yep. I think
Ron.
that's Jaden Thorpe on the sideline.
Number 5, Jaden Thorpe. That's right. Oh, when you said 5, I didn't think of that. But
yeah, I think that's why
okay,
they
who's
I
in the
think that's why- I
quarterback
think
now? That
that's
was
why
on
they-
the run.
That was on the run on that keeper.
That's why they called the timeout.
Yep.
14 is in. I think that's DJ Loggins. He's just going to give, I believe that's number 3, Sean Boykins, to finish off with a run. So Boykins carries the ball for a 3-yard touchdown run. So he's been catching the football, and they give him the ball on a jet sweep there again. I believe it was number 14, the sophomore or freshman. I think he's a freshman. DJ Loggins had checked in to be at the quarterback spot. And they are down here working with Jaden Thorpe, again, who's had a fantastic first half. With 1:51 to go, Rashid will attempt to add the extra point. So 21-7, North Hardin up. 1:51 to go here for Barren County. And again, down 2 scores. They really need to make something happen here.
Yeah, you want to run that 2-minute drill right now with a minute 51 left, 2 timeouts. Maybe get lucky, score a touchdown before the half, get the ball back.
I've got an idea. Throw the ball to Aiden Miller.
How about go to the spread and throw the ball?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That's the.
You mix it up here, obviously, and you try to get the defense on its heels. If you're in a 2-minute drill, that's one of the great things about the 2-minute drill. People wonder how offenses can be more efficient in that. Well, you get the defense a little bit on their heels. You get them kind of playing in the same fronts and looks for several plays in a row, because it's hard to make a lot of calls when you've got that speed up on the offensive side. So you can really get that defense on its heels and work your tempo and make something happen.
In the 2-minute drill, you see where like coaching comes in, like make sure your players when they're taking down, they immediately give the ball to the ref so they can spot it and get back on there and do the next play. Knowing when to run out of bounds, when it's okay to stay in bounds, seeing those things. It's
programs I've coached in, we always did 2-minute drill practice every week a couple of times, and that was part of it. Good return.
Decent run out of the end zone by the edge of the end zone this time. Close to the 30.
Looks like it'll be about the 28-yard line on the right hash to start. I couldn't see who was returning that one. 1:42 to go, though. 2 timeouts for the Barren County Trojans.
And just an update for the Meade County Central Hardin game. Still 15-10.
Wow.
Into the third quarter.
So Will Childress set up with 2 receivers to each side. He's trying to bootleg to his right. He's going to have to run out of bounds right about at the marker, so he's going to get. It's going to be about a 0 net play. 2nd down and 10, I believe, is what it will be here.
Looked like he tried to do a fake inside zone run, and there was no faking.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think North Hardin's buying that they're going to run the football right here. I think that North Hardin's probably just going to be playing the pass, which is why a draw play wouldn't be a bad idea. They are in an I formation right now, and they are going to run the football. Rito with the ball, breaks one tackle, breaks another. Cody Rito falls forward. Central Hardin has just taken a 21-10 lead in the third quarter of their matchup with Meade County. So with 1:16 remaining and the clock running, Barren County in the huddle. I guess they don't have the ability to go from the line of scrimmage. So some teams don't. You've got to figure out a way to call your plays from the line so you can have an opportunity to move the ball, which right now with 3rd and 5, maybe they're thinking if we don't get it, we don't mind running clock down so North doesn't have it.
Yep.
Good run by Rito on that last play to get 5 yards. Trips formation to the right. High snap. Childress looking downfield. Oh,
he had
good
it, man,
throw.
but just threw it over top of him a little bit.
Slightly high. Logan Truitt, number 16, going up to try to catch the ball. Did not come down with it. I don't know. It looked like it went through his hands to me, Tony. It was high.
It was high. He should have caught it, but I mean, if he could have got
tough catch. He was up in the air.
Yeah.
But throw across his body, as Childress has shown that he can do that. He can kind of throw from odd arm angles and from any situation here. But now at 4th down and 5, it'll be Miller, Aiden Miller, 19, back in punt formation. 38 seconds to go. Man, you can't take any chances here. He needs to catch it and get it out of there in a hurry. And if he could kick it away from the returner, who I believe is Boykins, that'd be oh boy, not a very good kick. But will bounce. Boykins is going to have to get away from it. So it turns out excellent. And 27 seconds for the Trojans of North Hardin to do what they're going to do. They'll have it on their own 25-yard line. First down and 10.
They both have 2 timeouts left. I mean, you could take a shot.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took a shot. However, I would also suspect that Barren County will have some sort of prevent defense on a 4-deep look.
Which I'm okay with that, because you could throw it short underneath to one of these receivers and see if they can make something happen.
It's a basic 3-deep look here. Man, I'd take a shot up to the top up there. Devin Seeley's got a one-on-one opportunity up there with Bray Bewley at corner.
They need to hike it now.
They're going to throw the screen again. There's space. Wow. Wow, one man to beat. Oh, dragged out of bounds there.
So that stops the clock.
I believe that's Boykins again. It was starting at the 25, actually. And
that's what's dangerous with playing. I think they were stomping for the clock to be stopped.
If somebody does that again, I'm going up there and throwing them off the top of this thing. I don't care if the clock's running or not. Folks, if you don't know what's going on, it felt like the entire press box was about to come down. Someone up on top of the press box is beating the top of the press box like a fool, and that is not good a bit. So the Trojans, they're going to reset the clock because the clock had run, even though Boykins, was it Boykins or Rose? I think it was 3 Boykins that had the ball there. Big pickup, 27 yards up to the 48. So a big pickup there.
That's the issue I said, like either throw something short underneath with these athletic receivers or like a screen pass like they did because of the amount of cushion they were giving.
Yeah.
And you say, let's see if my guy can beat your guy.
Well, we've got a couple of opportunities because there's 18 seconds with 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts.
So they ought to be able to run at least 3 plays, and they can throw it in the middle of the field. Obviously, if they run out of bounds, they're stopping the clock. But no need right now. They can go anywhere. They're going to go up top. They got, oh my goodness, Sean Rose open, catches the ball and runs out of bounds. Beautiful. Great throw. 30-yard reception to Rose down to the 18-yard line. The passing numbers for Jaden Thorpe in his first half, once I add them up here at the half, are going to be astronomical. They're
going to be chunks.
It's going to be 300 yards. I mean, that's what we're looking at here, is maybe up to 300 yards of passing in the first half. And again, 21 points on the board. They've had 2 turnovers, which stopped them from scoring several other opportunities. They're trying to run that play again where he's got to just get rid of it. Oh,
what a catch.
Touchdown, back corner of the end zone. Sean Boykins again, an 18-yard touchdown reception. I'm reacting in such a crazy way because it was a broken play. It looked like he's throwing that ball away out of the back of the end zone.
And then hits him in the back.
I think it was Boykins. 3.
Yeah.
Sean Boykins for 6.
Well, I guess coming off the sideline with that shaky leg wasn't that big of a deal.
Thorpe puts another one on the board there with 5 seconds to go. They hit an 18-yard touchdown pass. He made a great throw right to the sideline. Boykins went up high to catch it. There really wasn't a defender in his chest. I mean, they were 3 or 4 yards off of him. I think the fact that it was a broken
I think they felt
play.
like it looked like they were going for that screen pass again.
Right.
And it broke up. He looked like he was in a scramble when he tried to run it in. And he stopped, and Boykin just released and went down to that corner. He's going to just toss it up and had him there by himself.
Wow. So a big turn of events here. They get the ball to the North Hardin Trojans with 38 seconds, and it took them about 4 plays to put that thing in the end zone. That's an impressive set of throws, catches, offensive skill right there.
I don't know if I'm North Hardin, I might come back and just go straight to the pass and heck, run the ball.
I mean, Kai Boyd's been effective as well. I mean, we're going to see that he's got some pretty impressive numbers at the half as well. Well, I think, again, what we've said earlier is that it looks like North Hardin can do whatever they want. And so some of those decisions and situations that have occurred with maybe some interesting play calls or some other things are the only thing that's keeping them from having an issue. That's a good play by the well, of course the clock didn't run at all.
On that one.
It's a good decision because you give the other team no opportunity to run the ball back, but and that's a good decision. However, you've given them maybe an opportunity with a strong arm quarterback and a big receiver to take a shot.
Take a shot downfield.
Yeah, they got to throw a Hail Mary, maybe. I mean, I don't know what maybe Coach Muse will just say, let's get in and regroup. They've played better than the score looks. This Barren County squad has a couple of silly errors on their part. Both teams have made some silly errors. It literally could be 42-7 as well right now. So it goes both ways. So we've got trips to the left. It looks like they're setting up to throw that. He wants to throw it to the right, throws that away with 1.8 as he did not see what he wanted. They went trips left, but put Aiden Miller on the right, hoping that everyone would be over here to the trip side and they could take a one-on-one shot to Miller. That didn't happen. Miller was double covered.
Well, the defensive line of the North Hardin Trojans got back there pretty quick.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, 23-10. Central Hardin in the lead. I guess they converted on a 2-point conversion.
They're taking a knee right
Barren
now.
County, yes, will take a knee. The half is over, and so Barren County will go in down 28-7 as the North Hardin Trojans did a great job playing that second quarter and really, creating a lot of space, a lot of spread between them and Barren County when the thing looked really competitive with 9 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, they returned that kick, got it up to like about the 30th. Thought maybe they can drive down the field, but on the score up, leave the half down a touchdown, get the ball back, see what they can do the next half. But now it's starting to space out. It's going to be rough going the second half.
So we are at halftime, 28-7, North Hardin over Barren County. And we'll be back in 20 minutes because instead of 15 minutes, Tony, it's a longer halftime. We've got homecoming festivities here at North Hardin High School tonight. So for Tony Menendez, Paul Gray, we'll be back in 20 minutes for second half action and first half stats.
Hi, I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Brandyburg Telecom, and we have Shane Witt, Customer Relations Manager for Brandyburg. Shane, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I started working for Brandyburg Telephone Company in January of 2011. I've been there for almost 12 years now. I've done a little bit of everything at Brandyburg Telephone. Started out on line crew. I've done some troubleshooting, installations, dispatch. I keep telling people they can't find anything I'm good at, so they just keep moving me from department to department.
Well, they could call you a jack of all trades. So, can you touch a little bit on the background and the history of Brandyburg?
Yeah, so we started in 1950, established in 1950 from the former Meade County Telephone Company. So we're going on over 72 years now in the community. We started out with just telephone services, and now we're doing internet, cable, security, and surveillance. And we offer a new line of cameras called Arlo, and we also offer our BBTel Blast Wi-Fi services.
I know that BBTel Blast, there's so many exciting things about this service. Can you touch a little bit more on that?
Sure. Yep. So for the past year now, we've been deploying our BBTel Blast Wi-Fi, and what that has really done for our customers is it put them in control of their Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of features like parental controls, setting schedules of when their kids can be on the internet, setting up new networks without having to call in. Of course, we're always welcome our customers to call us, but now we have an option for customers who like to take care of those things on their own.
And somebody that has a small little nephew that loves to get into everything, it's so important to be able to kind of restrict what they get into and what they might accidentally stumble upon on the World Wide Web.
Absolutely, yeah, and my kids probably don't like it that we have that app, because anytime they get in trouble, I can just turn their internet usage off just by my telephone.
It sounds like something you can't not have.
That's right. After having it, I couldn't imagine not having the capabilities of controlling my internet without having to call into the office.
So can you talk a little bit about how important it is to invest in the community?
Yeah, so it's really important to invest in the community. Invest into kids and that want to take advantage of our co-op program and student workers, because a lot of those kids that we've used for co-op program have decided to stay at the telephone company, and we have some people that's where they started and they've been there for 20 plus years now. So it's really important to invest in the community because it often comes back.
Hardin County is just one of the greatest areas in the state, and I'm biased because I work here, but so many great talents, and just being able to find just those diamonds in the rough and be able to just watch them grow just from that young age, and people that are potentially future customers of Brandenburg that get to work there and experience all the stuff that you all have to offer. And speaking of all the things that you have to offer, you've been so gracious to help us provide live sports coverage for the past 20 years. You and Brandenburg Telecom are the only reason that we're able to show all the parents out there their kids in live sports action every week, sometimes multiple times a week, and we just have to thank you.
Yeah, so it's a good partnership and relation that we have with HCEC-TV, and a lot of our student workers that come through Brandenburg Telephone Company in our central office, they aid support with HCEC-TV, and it is a good service to give back to the community. Myself, I have a son that plays soccer, and sometimes in Hardin County, and I may not always watch it on Channel 1, but it's kind of nice to say, you know what, I want to watch that when it comes back on. I want to see that play that I may have missed, and I want to see again. So I really enjoy the ball games that are shot by HCEC-TV.
And always being able to say, hey, my kid was on TV.
That's right.
So if anybody wants service from Brandenburg Telecom, what's the easiest way to get hold of it?
Yep, the easiest way is the old-fashioned telephone. Just give us a phone call and let us know what services that you'd like. You can always shop on our website and kind of get an idea of how much internet do I need. We do have some tools on our website that bandwidth calculators that let you say, okay, I have 10 TVs that I'm streaming on, and it gets you an idea of what package that you would need for your home.
And with everything being connected to the internet now, something like that is so important because you may not realize all the devices that you have that's getting something from the internet.
You're exactly right. And one thing that's really changed in recent years is it's not all about the download speeds anymore. Now you got to consider upload speeds. So think about churches that are streaming their services on Facebook Live. That's using upload. One thing that we're really proud of in all of our fiber services, every speed package we have is symmetrical. So you don't have to worry about determining how much download do I need versus how much upload. You can just focus on how much download do I need and know that I'm going to get the same upload speed and I have no data caps.
Brandenburg Telecom is the place here in Hardin County to get internet and any other thing you need. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. Thank you so much for all the great work that you do. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And let's go back to some live sports action.
Welcome back to North Hardin High School. We're here for second half action. District play tonight. Barren County Trojans are in town here in Radcliffe taking on the North Hardin Trojans. And right now it's North Hardin winning the Battle of the Trojans at half, leading 28-7. We'll talk about second half strategies in just a moment. I'm Paul Gregg. I got Tony Menendez alongside me here tonight. Let's get a few stats here from the first half. I knew this was going to be kind of crazy. On the Barren County side, Will Childers just 3 of 9 for the season. He's well over 50%, so struggling a little bit throwing the football tonight. He's thrown an interception, but he's also got a long touchdown. 76 yards total passing for Barren County. Rushing, Cody Rito, number 9 for Barren County, 8 rushes, 70 yards. Donovan Bradshaw, 9 carries, 27 yards. And then Aiden Miller, the big tight end, with 1 catch for a 52-yard touchdown reception. On the other side is where it gets a little crazy. It's 28-7. Based on the numbers, it ought to be 50-7. Right now, Jaden Thorpe, 11 of 14 throwing the football, 263 yards at the half and 2 touchdown passes. He's rushed 3 times for 29 yards. Kai Boyd has 9 carries for 80 yards, so effective running the ball. Sean Boykin, 6 catches, 150 yards and a touchdown at the half. Sean Rose, 3 catches and 91 yards and a touchdown at the half. Devin Seeley, 2 catches for 22 yards. So to say that this North Hardin attack has been potent is understatement of all understatements. They had a couple of errors. They threw a
screen that was back behind the quarterback.
Yeah,
to turnover.
That's a mistake. Number one, either the receiver can't be that deep or the quarterback has to get more depth on his drop. Something has to happen. You practice that so that that doesn't happen. And so that's a mistake there. And then, of course, they didn't complete it. It was a poor throw.
They did that option that
halfback
pass something mess.
It was a screen, a backwards screen, lateral pass that Ronald Lunds threw an interception on. So the only 2 times North Hardin has been stopped has been on those 2 turnovers, one of which was probably a really bad call when you were just absolutely eating the defense alive.
And Barren County capitalized on that turnover and instantly scored. And then we thought maybe there'd be more of a ball game, and then it just seemed to snowball after that.
Yeah.
So on the other front, the Central Meade County game, Central's up 30-10 right now with less than 3 minutes to go. So it looks like Central's going to pull out that win and be up 2 games in the district.
Well, that sets up a really interesting matchup next week. We'll be back here at North Hardin with Central Hardin coming into town with the district title on the line. If North Hardin could pull that game out, if they could win that ball game, it sets up a really awkward 3-way tie.
Yep.
With Meade, Central, and North. I don't know how that goes. Central Hardin will hold its fate in its own hands. With a victory here next week, they would secure the district championship. So, big game next week, and we'll be here for it. We expected this all along, that would be the big matchup of the year in this district, kind of, week 10 of the season, and this would be the one that really mattered. Now, both of those teams have incredibly difficult finishes to the season. After that game, in the last game, game 10, week 11 of the season, North Hardin's playing Ballard, who's one of the top 5 ranked teams in the state. That'll be a rough one. That is away at Ballard. And then we'll be at Central Hardin that last week where they will have South Oldham coming in. And South Oldham has beaten them the last 2 years, and handily in one of those matchups.
They're one of those option teams that if you're not ready to deal with it, it can catch you pretty quick.
Watching Jaden Thorpe over here on the sideline after that ankle injury. He went back out there and threw 3 amazing throws in a 38-second drive, but he is hobbling.
I would be tempted if you could get a stop here and maybe one more score, just sit him out. There's no reason to take a chance with a big-time district game next week coming up, finishing off the season, postseason coming up, to push it just to push it.
Yeah, DJ Loggins, number 14, is a capable backup. He's just a freshman, but he's a very good freshman quarterback that likely will be their quarterback for 3 years to come after this year. So you could put him in if you can get, like you said, probably want to get another score.
Yeah, get one more score in there, get a stop here, get one more score, and then peel him back out and just be safe.
Yeah. Well, we are ready for the second half kickoff. It'll be Jabari Rashid kicking off for the North Hardin Trojans.
I'm definitely I'm hoping this will be to be a closer game this second half, but I am definitely looking forward to the game next week. If North is able to hold on to this win, this is going to be a fun game next week, and hopefully we get a big crowd on both sides for it.
But certainly there'll be a ton of excitement, regardless of how that game goes. Ton of excitement, a lot of people. It'll be a great atmosphere next week here at North Hardin. I'm
not on the mic next week, but I might be in the press box with you anyways.
I think it's supposed to be me and Jeff Knoll back together again doing that. Rashid kicks a squib kick, and it works out really well. Tanner Harper lets it go through his legs.
Oh, good
breaks
bounce.
3 tackles. Another one. He's just over the 20-yard line, though, and he'll be stopped there.
That was a good job making something out of what was going to be nothing. He could break a couple of tackles and was able to get back up to the 20-yard line. So
yeah, 24, Jalen Alfonso had a shot at him and missed. He bounced off of that tackle.
And they may have given him a spot over the 21-yard line, so he got a little bit more than what I thought he was going to get out of that.
Yeah, even to the 22, I think. Look at that.
Nice spot.
Yeah, good spot.
So are they going to come out to the spread, or are they going to try to run
back
it here?
To the double wing, tight end right. Wing T look, deep motion from Cash Moore.
Looks like
they're going to throw it.
Waggle. Underneath that outright has been open this game every time he goes to it. If he's clean to get the throw off, it's open.
Right. Logan Truitt there for the 11-yard first down gain.
I think it's the third time he's caught that route.
Yeah. So first down reception there. It'll be 1st and 10 now at the 33-yard line after the 11-yard gain. Now back to the I formation, tight end left, twins formation to the right. Again, there's the belly keep look. No gain there. Who made that tackle? Good play. Coming up quickly to make that tackle. May have been
57?
It may have been number 57 on the tackle there for North Hardin. Have to verify that number and that name. I don't see it.
Number 23, they said.
23, Mason Howard. That's what I thought it might have been from his linebacker spot. Again, more guys up on the line of scrimmage. A 4-4 look, sprinting out. Ruggiero in his face. Oh, goodness. Sack by number 52.
A loss of about a good maybe 10 yards on that sack.
Maybe more.
Hayden Scott on the sack there.
Hayden Scott making the sack there. That is going to be his second sack of the season. So Hayden Scott making a play.
And you were right. That's more than 10 yards.
That was a they're saying a loss of 8.
No, 8. No, that's where they moved it.
Is that what it is? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, about 8.
Loss of 8 on the play. So
3rd and 18 here. Big progress
18.
now all the way back.
Yikes.
He's got time to play. He can get rid of that ball.
Good.
Two different guys. I think the receivers are unsure who was supposed to have that ball.
So here's what happened, Tony. So number 19, Aiden Miller, had run an out route. And because the play was taking a long time to develop, he turned it upfield. And he ended up right in the way of number 16, Logan Truitt. Truitt would have caught that ball had Miller not
tipped it up.
I don't think it would have got a first down. It would have been about 4 yards short, but it would have been a big 14-yard gain for Truitt. Honestly, if Miller had caught it working vertically up the field, he may have taken that to the house. But he will be punting now. Captain Do-It-All.
Didn't get a fair catch.
Dropped
it.
Wow, Boykins gets back on it. So couldn't handle the punt. Good punt for Miller. And the North Hardin Trojans will take over.
And that is not what Barren wanted to do coming straight out of that halftime is to do a 3 and out.
I mean, well, they hit a first down on their first play, and then it was just backwards. Not much good. So they'll start with North Hardin will start on their own 39-yard line on the right hash. It looks like it'll be Jaden Thorpe. Is it Jaden? It is Jaden Thorpe. I can see his right ankle is taped. If you can see the quarterback, you can see extra tape on the right foot. They've got his ankle taped up on the outside of his shoe. Boykins in motion, They're going to give to Boyd. They're going to take pressure off of
He's
Thorpe.
going to get about 6 yards on that play, maybe
Good.
7.
Good carry from Boyd. We'll give him 7 on that. But you got to take the pressure off of Thorpe and throw screens and run the football here, so he doesn't have to do a whole lot.
Yeah, like I said, you probably want to get if you can get a score here, you can pull them out and not put too much on them.
You'd hope. Boyd
Oh,
straight
oh
ahead.
my God!
Space.
And no one is there to stop him. He just cuts it straight upfield and is stopped after about like a 15-yard gain there.
4 and 16, 20 yards on the
20.
carry. 20 yards on the carry. I was doing math. That's why I was
Coach
quiet
is
for a
faster
few
than me on the
seconds
count.
there. Well, while you talked, I was doing math. Keep doing that. I'm like they're on the 46. That's 4 yards, and then they got 14 more. That's 20. Okay, good. We got it. They actually it was about 19 yards. Give to Boyd again, straight ahead. He hesitates.
Nice little stutter step on the outside and cut it upfield.
Absolutely.
About a 9 on that one.
So we're getting confirmation in. Final score 37-10. Central Hardin Bruins over Meade County Green Waves. So Central Hardin firmly in the driver's seat in the race for the district championship for that number 1 seed going into the playoffs to host at least 2 games at home. Trips formation to the left. He's going to throw the screen. Seeley's got it.
Nice block by number 3 there.
Miller knocks it loose. Oh, it goes out of bounds. Wow.
And that was close.
About a 10-yard gain for Devin Seeley there on the throw and catch. So 1st and 10 for the North Hardin Trojans from just inside the 15 at about the 14-yard line here. Shotgun formation, pistol look, 2 receivers to each side. It's Lunds and Seeley to the left. They're going to throw the screen to the right. That's Rose.
And they read that one.
Yeah, that's Tanner Harper, 22, making the tackle. He's got a fumble recovery and an interception tonight, and there's a -2 gain on that one. All right. So 2nd down and 12 now from about the 17-yard line.
Pistol look again.
Again, it's Lunds and Seeley to the left. Thorpe looking to his
Throw it
right.
up.
Whoa.
Oh, almost picked off there.
It was Boykins on the hitch. He was going to. It was knocked away. I believe it was Tanner Harper again, 22. So an incomplete pass there is going to lead to a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 12. And again, Jabari Rashid's a good kicker. He can kick a field goal here. But, North Hardin often in these situations, if they can pick up 5 or 6 yards, they can go to they can go for it on 4th down.
He's
Thorpe,
got a nice clean pocket.
looking down the field. He's going to sprint to his right. Get about 3. Bring up a 4th and 9. Yeah, I think so.
And looks like they're sending out their kicking unit.
So 15, Jabari Rashid will come onto the field here to try to tack on 3 more points.
4th and 9.
I believe it'll be Lunds on the hold.
To the field goal is number 15, Jabari Rashid.
Is that 10 Lunds or is it a 16? I'm not sure who's holding, but you've got Rashid on here.
It's about a 30-yard field goal. He's going for it here.
33, I'm going to say. Kick, plenty of leg.
Plenty of leg. He's got it.
No, wide right.
Ooh, I thought it was through.
Yeah, it was a wide right, just a little bit there. He
had the leg and then
plenty of leg.
Hooked it at the end.
Yeah. So it was from the right hash, and he did not get the angle on that correct. He left it a little right of the right upright there. So nothing doing on that first series for the Trojans. They pick up a lot of yardage, get deep into Barren County territory, come away with nothing.
And if you're Barren County, you're happy with that.
Absolutely. An opportunity again for them to try to chip away at this lead. They're going to have to put something together offensively, which has been very difficult. 7:18 to go in the third. Deep motion from Truitt to give straight ahead to Bradshaw.
I don't even know if he gained one on that. I think he may have lost one.
I don't think he did. Good play inside. Ruggiero limping as he comes out from the bottom of the pile. 51 will check in for Ruggiero. AJ, number 50, will check out limping. 51 is Christian Dimatulak. Boy, I butchered that. Sorry. Dimatulak. Christian's in.
Christian's in.
Now they go to the spread look. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh.
Nothing.
Fake the jet sweep, and
North
there's nothing
North
doing.
is just bringing the blitz each down. They're bringing 6 guys through, and someone's coming clean.
I wish I could tell you that the shorter fellow there, I believe, you just can't see their numbers. I mean, the silver numbers are so hard to see. But I believe that is 56 Jason Withers. I think that's who that is, playing the defensive tackle spot in there. He's had a great game, limping a little bit now himself. Again, some of the numbers on the Trojans with these silver numbers
it's
are
the fives. The fives.
The 5s and 6s, you can't tell where they meet or don't meet.
Another blitz again.
3rd and 12, deep throw to the sideline. Miller's got to get. Oh, nice move, double move. Ooh, he got it.
Something.
Picked it
That's
up.
where the spot is.
Yeah, that'll be a 13-yard gain and a
very good.
first down. So good play. They threw a little comeback route to the right sideline here, and Miller caught it as he came back to the ball. He was short of the first down, had to turn it up and get
Turn
about
it up
4
and get it. Yep.
to get that first down. So 1st and 10.
Little sidestep action. He would have given
He
a
went,
couple more yards on there.
Faked outside, went inside on the turn there. 5:27 and counting here. 28-7. North Hard in front. Tight end right. Play action. Boy, that
A little sidearm
that
sling
was,
there. He
that's
needed
what
to catch that one.
Yeah, number 5 couldn't come up with that one. Trying to find 5 on here.
I mean, the pass was in his hands.
A little behind, but he had an opportunity to catch that. That's Tate Spillman, number 5. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10 now. Yeah, they call that arm angle, man. He'll drop that arm down to flick a sidearm throw, and Will Childress couldn't quite get it. So
it looked like a quarterback keeper there. He faked it inside and went to running himself and nothing doing. They're bringing that inside blitz every down now.
That's 50 Ruggiero again, man. He's their 2nd leading tackler. Man, he's been everywhere tonight. So a 3-yard loss. 3rd and 13 again here. That's the 2nd, I guess we'll call it a sack. It may have been a design run, but a tackle for loss, I guess we'll call it. I mean, throw the if you're Barren County, you throw that little comeback again.
Yep. Or you do run that waggle and run that out.
Waggle, yeah.
Hit number 16 coming across on the out.
16 is not on the field, unfortunately. I agree with you. Logan Truitt has been one of their most effective players tonight. Looking
Right
for
there.
the deep ball. Great route. Oh, man, bad throw that time. Childress is a very accurate thrower, but nice double move as Aiden Miller went to the post. If he had made a pass on more of a line instead of kind of putting air under that, probably would have had a completion. He had position there, and so the incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 13, and Miller will have to go back to punt it away.
It's a 2nd game where it looked like maybe they had the running game figured out, but it is just sputtered again.
Yeah.
And that is their ball. It bounced off the shoulder of a North Hardin player, and Barren comes up with a turnover.
There's just no reason to be around that football. That wasn't Boykins, the return man. It was one of the blockers.
It was one of the blockers. Lost track of the ball and just popped off his shoulder pad, and Barren County just falls on the ball and gets an easy turnover on downs.
So again, a lot of mistakes from this North Hardin squad. The turnovers in the first half. Now this turnover here on special teams. 4:09 to go. Fortunately, there was a 3-touchdown advantage, and time is short for Barren County right now. Oh, boy.
Trying to run it inside again and
back to the fullback trap. And what
maybe
you're
about
seeing
2
now
yards on that.
is number 62, number 56 for Barren County. They're losing ground. The North Hardin defensive front is winning up front, and they're kind of getting a push, reestablishing the line of scrimmage in the backfield. Maybe a half a yard for Bradshaw on that. 3:33 and counting. Deep motion. Cash Moore sprint out to the right. Nobody open.
Throwing it deep. No, he was keeping it.
Childress will get a few. There's a flag down. I'm not sure what that's on. It may be an ineligible holding on, I guess, the offense. So a holding penalty will take it back. So as soon as Barren County gets some momentum there with the turnover, it's going to be a holding, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
If he had a moment more on that out, when he was scrambling to the outside and could see downfield, 19 was open deep.
Well, Miller had he was running a corner route, and he was covered, and as
the play broke down,
he turned it upfield again and was behind the defense, and Childress had already pulled the ball down and started running with it at that point. So 2nd down, and I'm going to call it 16 from the 46-yard line. They've got to get to the 30 to pick up a 1st down. Childress standing in the pocket, makes a great throw. Spillman's got it.
Splitting the defenders.
Wow, tackled up around the helmet. He's inside
I'm
the
surprised
10.
there wasn't a flag on that.
Yeah, great throw. Man,
great
Will
throw.
Childress
Great
is fun
catch.
to watch.
And North Hardin's got a man on the ground.
See if we can get a number on the down player there, but a great throw by Childress, and that's going to be a 40-yard reception there. That was Tate Spillman coming down with the crossing route. As Childress stepped up in the pocket, there was tons of pressure right on him, and he just flicked a sidearm throw into the middle of the field. That was a beautiful throw. Can't get a number to the downed North Hardin player. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew. Devontae Carney, Michael Collins, Madison Wilcoxon, and Ron Hartley, thank you so much for all you've done in bringing us the action behind the cameras and in the truck tonight. Would also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. I believe that was number 28 who was down for the Trojans. He is limped off the field. I believe he had been on a blitz. That's Dorian Carter. I believe he had been on a blitz from his linebacker position there. Carter, I believe, is a senior linebacker for this squad. Toss sweep now, and
so there's a whistle.
Blown a whistle. 1st and goal from the 7. They had tossed it to Cody Rito. Officials are talking to each other.
Maybe the clock didn't get reset, or
oh geez, I think Rito had a touchdown right there. That is a disaster.
False
start on the offense. Wow, it looked like he had space and was going to score, didn't it, Tony?
Yeah, it did.
Well, 1st and goal from the 12 now, as again, Barren County cannot stand success, as they immediately have made a mistake each time they've made a big play. So wing formation to the right. They're going to shift to the left. Toss sweep left again, and Rito drops the ball, picks it back up. Wow. What a mess.
The
Pushing
little
the pile.
push, a good push. They may have got a few more yards out of that than what it looked like initially.
It's going to be about 5. They're down to the 7 or 8.
So they shifted
Wow,
to
what a
a strong side look,
Mm-hmm.
and they just send them on that toss and try to overload it.
Rito was on the carry. 2nd down and goal. I think they're at the 9-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 9 was a 3-yard gain for Rito. I formation again. Looking to throw it this
right
time.
there,
He's
right
got
there.
Bradshaw.
Open.
Oh. He hit Bradshaw in the hands. And Bradshaw missed it. Bradshaw going over to check on some guys that flew out of bounds there from North Hardin. Good
Sportsmanship
yeah,
right there.
absolutely, absolutely. But he should have had the pass. He was on about the 3-yard line. I
I
don't
think
know
he threw it just a little late. I think he could have hit him a little bit earlier on that route.
Yeah, coming out of his cut a little more. 1:30 to go here. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. 3rd and goal from the 9. Obviously, I would think this, this late in the game, it's two more downs.
2 more
down
downs.
territory.
Especially with the score the way it is.
No reason not to possibly run the football here. High snap. They're going to throw the screen to Miller. He may run a few guys over and get close.
And that is pretty close.
2-yard line, 3-yard line.
Let's see where they're
Where are they?
spotting him. 2-yard line.
So pickup of 7 on the throw. Wow, 4th down here.
Now, last time the North Hardin Trojans were able to stymie them on that 4th down.
Well, this
So
is
let's see
their
if you
second
listen
time.
to what you said at the for the last time. Spread it out.
Spread them out. Don't give them an opportunity to put everybody in the box. They'll at least have, 1 wide. Well, not really spreading them out. Here comes a blitz man look from the Trojans. I'm sure of it. And toss sweep again. Good look. Close. No signal. No, did not get it in. Wow. Big play. One of the North Hardin Trojans who made the play is kind of down on the field right now.
Stopped on the play by Wall of Trojans. Turnover on.
It looks like 50, A.J. Ruggiero, who was there again to make the play. Again, the second leading scorer on this, second leading tackler on this squad. He is staggering. He staggered to his right, almost into the huddle with Barren County, and now to the left.
He's coming off the field now.
Yeah, he's got his helmet off. They're going to take his helmet from him. They're trying to take his helmet from him. Coach Henry Bannum Baker, who's a phenomenal guy, phenomenal coach, has got a hold of him, has his helmet. He's not going to let him back on the field. I think AJ's out. He is in this complete stagger mode, but he made that stop at the goal line. Fantastic play from A.J. Ruggiero, but he is done for the evening. If it wasn't, and this game's pretty well over here, late here in the 3rd quarter after that stop, but if it was anybody else, they may not have gotten his helmet out of his hand. But I don't know if you know Coach Bannum Baker there, but Henry played offensive and defensive line at E-Town for me when I was the head coach at E-Town. And he squatted 630 pounds and benched well over 300, like 340 pounds, and was a great player at Campbellsville. Played for Campbellsville University. And
you look out here by the sideline right now. It looks like I don't know if you know anything wrestling references, but he looked like Mark Henry.
He does. And he's almost as strong. The strongest man in the world is not far from it. So Henry was able to wrestle the helmet away from AJ. Henry's still with him now. They've got him seated on the bench. The trainer is coming over to take a look. AJ, again, such an intricate part of this team. That could bode very poorly for next week in this big matchup against Central
the way
Hardin.
He was walking, I don't know if he's playing next week.
Wow. If he is, I question it, because that is that's someone who's out of it right now. Hey, I was watching AJ staggered off the field.
Yeah, they're carrying him.
So there was a timeout on the field. There's 28 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Second down and about 12, right at the 1 yard line. Their backs completely up against the wall. Now, Coach Thompson, which I love.
So it looked like there was a delay.
There was a delay of game.
We missed that.
And then a timeout. We're watching A.J. Ruggiero with his injury.
Hoping he's okay.
Absolutely. North Hardin on first down took a deep shot, which I love that idea, out of your own end zone, but they are just going to have to get it out of there now. Kai Boyd straight ahead. Oh, he breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Breaks another. He could go 99. Oh, finally run down and run out of bounds. And we got another Trojan down on the goal line way back here. One of the offensive linemen is down. So a big run. I'm sorry, why is it way back there? Was he anywhere near the sideline?
Yeah, he did. Not at that point. I thought he was further downfield before he got pushed out on the sideline.
All right, so they've got him at the. They've got the ball spotted at the 44-yard line there. So that's a 43-yard gain for Kai Boyd on the carry.
Please return to the stands. All North Hardin band members, please return to the stands.
So the coaches, actually, not the trainer, are out there because the trainer's still over here with AJ, I believe. And 53. It's Bankhead that was injured. Josh Bankhead, 53.
Looks like he's walking with some assistance.
Man, Coach Bannon Baker out there again. He can carry anyone off the field.
He's doing some work.
So Josh Bankhead obviously shaking up on the play, needing assistance to get off the field. Coach Thompson and Coach Bannon Baker were out there to get him. Again, the trainer's going to be pulling double duty here in just a minute. He's over still with A.J. Ruggiero, checking him out. A.J.'s upright. He's conscious, but I don't think he's going to remember much. I'll be honest with you. That people can look at you and talk to you and not have any recollection of what's happening. So I would suspect, I'm just guessing, I don't know what's going on down there, but he staggered off. He was not under his own power. And now Josh Bankhead is also going to need assistance here on the Trojan sideline. So 1st and 10 after the big run off the goal line by Kai Boyd. They're going to give, nice option look.
But they read that one.
Good play. Again, that's Tanner Harper, number 22 on the tackle. They were getting it to Boykins on the pitch on the option. And, at 28-7 at the end of the third quarter running out right now, we have, Jaden Thorpe still on the field running the offense. So
we said we thought they may want to get one more score and then peel them off, but I don't know if there's any way they're going to come back now. Unless some really bad mistakes happen.
I don't know. It's hard to pull your starter when he's still effective and still upright and not hurting too awful bad. He's limping a little bit, but he's moving around it well enough to operate the offense. And at this point, maybe still a little tough to pull him out and put the freshman on the field. I don't know. Tough call. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. eTown Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. So 2nd and 13 after the option was thrown for a 3-yard loss. Fourth quarter motion across. Boykins, oh boy, jumped off sides way early.
Way early.
Number 73, that's Jaden Jackson, the senior tackle, was way early. Looked like maybe that entire side of the line. 3 people off sides. 2nd and 18 now. So a long yardage situation for the North Hardin Trojans.
$12 minutes left. So just the start of the fourth quarter. To get some pressure in there. Ooh.
Running for his life is Thorpe. He's trying to get the edge there. He's going to pick up a couple maybe.
Get out of bounds there at the end.
Ooh, showing some speed on that. We're going to give him a yard on the carry, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 17 on the scramble. Looking down the middle of the field, Ronald Lunds was trying to break by the safety, but just not enough time to get set your foot and throw the ball.
No, and he was scrambling for his life there.
3 Barren County defenders were in pursuit, so
one got a hand on him early and couldn't grab and drag him down there.
3rd and long. Thorpe under pressure again as Rito almost got there. Scrambling out again. Good block from Boyd. Did he get the first down? It's just short, maybe 2 yards short. So a nice pickup of 14 yards on the play. Fourth and short now, over the 50. See what Coach Thompson wants to do here. I think he's going to go for it with 4th and 3. They're going to call it. I thought it was more of a 2.
I thought it was more of a 2. Well, it looks like he's going to go for it here.
4th and 2.
Trips formation to the left. Kai Boyd is right behind in the pistol, right behind Jaden Thorpe. Could throw a hitch down here to Boykins pretty easily. Did somebody jump again?
Yes, false start.
False start on the running back? Was that Boyd jumping early?
Yes.
False start on the Trojans.
And now here comes the punt team. 4th and long, 11:40
I think they were
to
going
go.
for the hard count there, but the running back didn't get the memo. Jumped off.
You're trying to draw them off sides, not yourself.
I mean, that's what a good call. Go do the hard count on that.
Back team for Barren County, number 28, catch scoring.
Rashid in punt formation, 4th and 7. Ooh, taking his time. That was a little dangerous. Gets it away. Good kick.
Good bounce.
Inside the 15, almost to the 12, and it's down there. That's where Barren County will take over with 11.5 minutes to go in the game. Down 3 touchdowns. Well, they haven't given up another score here, and we're into the 4th quarter. Just haven't, and they got it inside the 5-yard line.
2 times
again.
they've been within the 5 and not been able to punctuate those drives.
Yeah,
that's got to hurt.
It's going to drive the coach crazy. There was a 9-minute stretch in the first half there at the end of the first
Especially
half.
the second one, which before the penalty looked like it was going to be a touchdown.
Exactly, right. On that toss sweep on 1st down. 1st and 10, Barren County running out of time. The Trojans are going to a 3-man front look here, expecting to see the ball in the air a bunch, and we're going to see it Childress. There's a blitzer coming. Deep throw across his body.
Downfield.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that throwing deep across your body late, that's a horrible idea, and Boykins was there, almost picked it. Honestly, it's a pretty accurate throw. If number 5, Tate Spillman, hadn't given up on it, he may have come down with the catch. Spillman was behind the defense and just a little late getting rid of the football there. So Menendez is Tony's laughing at me. I was about to grab my pen and write down more stats there. I was like, you know what? I think we're done taking stats for the evening. That's an incomplete pass. Another one. I don't need to put my little tick mark for an incomplete pass on that one. Folks, you're not going to get stats at the end of the ball game. Sorry.
Here we go.
Lenti was on the great
throw.
Oh, my goodness. Boykins, what an interception. Great play. Wow, number 2
caught the ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Then coughed it up without being hit. I guess he just didn't have complete possession of it yet. But it basically popped up his own catch, and Boykin picks it off on the deflection off the receiver's hands.
Number 2 is a freshman, Jackson Bird. Bird was crossing the field Another great throw. Again, Childress has been off on a couple throws. That was not one of them. That was another beautiful strike he threw. And, wow, his receiver basically caught it and threw it to the other team. And that's a little bit harsh for me to say it that way. But when you make a good throw as a quarterback, you're hoping for good results, and got the worst result.
Oh, we got a turnover.
Fumble. Oh, he jumped back on it. Wow. The handoff was mishandled there between Boyd and Thorpe. And wow, it was
almost a turnover on downs again.
It may have been Tanner Harper again that was about to pick that up. It was either Harper or Carver. 21 Trig Carver's made some plays tonight, and he was there as well. 2nd and 15, 5-yard loss on the mishandled handoff. Wide trips left. They're going to run the football here. You spread them out like that to try to have fewer guys in the box. And a few yards there from Boyd. Good play. Number
Looks like
70
he's got
was
back
there.
to the line of scrimmage, so about 5 on that. Well, no, never mind.
4. It's 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
Close.
3rd and 11.
These refs are hard to read where they're going to do the placement of the ball.
So let's see what the Trojans will do here on 3rd and 11. Again, it's very wide trips. I would expect to run again. Maybe they're going to go for it on a 4th down. It looks like counter trap action. Big carry. Maybe it's close to the 1st down. I think they're about a yard short.
They're about a yard short.
We got a fight on the field for 77 and number 57. There'll be flags flying there. 77 for Barren County is Jackson Arms. He was on top of number 57 for the Trojans. And I'm not seeing who 57 is. I've got to get 57 here off the roster. But basically, Arms was on top of him and would not get up. I'm sure there were some words being said. And number 57, Dontarius Wilburn, the offensive guard. They're gonna call it on. Gee whiz. That's called on Dontarius. So Dontarius Wilburn is going to be called for the personal foul. I'm sure he said something after all that. It's you tell your players, but all players do this. And it's, it takes a very disciplined football player to not react. It's always the second guy.
It's always the second guy.
It was absolutely Jackson Arms that was instigating that thing on the ground. He's on top. He's still pressing into Wilburn while Wilburn's on his back. And I'm sure there are words being said, and Wilburn just got fed up with it. And when they got up, he's pushing and shoving and throwing punches. Oh, big play. Cody Rito. Sack. Ball's loose.
Ball's loose.
Strip sack on a 4th and long play there as the Trojans were going to take a shot at the end zone there. Good play on the blitz from Cody Rito. It doesn't matter who's got it because it was 4th down. But big strip sack from Cody Rito, who's had a good game running the football.
And this game should end up with the Trojans winning. The North Hardin Trojans win. Yes, the Trojans
I could have
will
predicted
win.
that at the beginning of the game, Tony. I'll predict a Trojan victory.
Yes, that is true. But they have had some ticky-tack turnovers that they're going to need to clean up before playing next week.
I wanted to check that. That was Rito's 5th sack of the season. He's looked really good rushing the passer. Bradshaw again with it and really fighting hard just to get maybe 2. He ran through 2 or 3 tackles just to pick up a yard and a half or 2. 9:30 and counting here in the 4th quarter. 28-7 still. That was our halftime score. Nothing doing on either side.
Changed. It's been kind of a defensive battle here on the second half of the game.
A little bit.
We had a scoring drive, looked like, from Barren County, and then we also had another scoring drive like from North, where we were going for a field goal there at the end, and both teams have stopped each other. And
hey, Donovan Bradshaw's a load. That is a big man. So he's not even looking. He's looking for the ball to catch it. And Mason Howard runs into him and ends up on his back.
Ends up on the floor. I thought he was going to get called for maybe a late hit, but he wasn't the one that did the hit.
Well, and there's another example there, and I feel for Will Childress. This is a really good quarterback we've been watching the last few weeks. I really like Childress. Great footwork. He stands in the pocket. He throws the ball well. He's only had a couple misses, but he hits his receiver right in the chest there, and nothing.
Drops the ball.
Oh boy,
bad
snap
snap.
over the head now. Picks it up. Childress is going to be sacked for about a 15-yard loss. So just a comedy of errors. I guess you could call it a comedy, or you could call it a tragedy. I guess, as Barren County just continues to shoot themselves in the foot.
Or being an English teacher, you could call it a comedy tragedy.
Something.
A tragic comedy.
It's
Wouldn't that be the correct term?
I don't know. It's a mess. And again, I hate that for quarterbacks will bear a lot of weight in wins and losses. They get the credit, they get the blame. You can't blame Will Childress a bit. I mean, the kid has played his butt off. He's been fantastic. Aiden Miller's been really good. A lot of these guys have played some good football tonight, and just really nothing to show for it. One big, long touchdown pass.
A second good drive, and then that's about it.
Yeah. I had a flashback, Tony. I just watching on the sideline. For those of you who don't know what you're watching, one of the coaches on the North Hardin sideline, as that ball went flying out of bounds, caught the ball and acted like he was going to make a couple moves. Now, that fella is a little bit of an old man right now, but that is one of the greatest football players in the history of North Hardin football. Is Joey Stockton, who was a state champion in about 4 or 5 different events in track. In a Elite 8 basketball game, as about a 5'6" guard, had like 18 rebounds against a bunch of 6'6" guys. One of the most phenomenal athletes you'll ever see, not to mention he was a great, phenomenal football player. But Joey there made a little jab step. I think that's about all he's got left at this point, possibly, which is more than I got left.
It's more than me, too.
I'm not making fun of you, Joey, I promise. Coach Stockton, sorry, it's Coach Stockton now, but boy, he was a North Hardin legend, one of the best ever to play here. Oh, Sean Rose! Oh my goodness! Now, see, here's the thing: Sean Rose on the fade there, great throw from Thorpe right on the hands again. They did that about 6 times in the first half, and North came down with all of them. They're not coming down with any of them right now. Everything has just kind of stalled out in this North Hardin offense. 3rd down and 8 now.
And if you would have caught that would have been a touchdown.
Oh, absolutely. He's gone. That'd be a 56-yard touchdown throw right there. Right in the hands. And he ran by Aiden Miller and Bray Bewley. Bewley at the corner spot. Miller at the safety spot. They're going to give to Boykin on the sweep to the left. He's going to fight. Ooh, he's right at the marker. I don't know if he got it or not. Let's see what kind of spot he gets here. I think they're spotting him short of it. So to bring up a 4th and 2 over the 50, I'm saying that's a go-for-it situation for Coach Thompson. For me, it's not. I'm punting that thing away up 28-7.
28-7.
But, honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter because this Barren County squad has not shown the ability to
go down there and score.
Yeah, to put anything together. So they've had a lot of nice plays. Yeah, they can't put it together for a full drive.
But they're back to punt. And
no, they're going for it.
They're going for it.
There's Jaden Thorpe, man. He's ready to take the snap. 4th and 1. Oh, they're trying to freeze him, trying to make him jump. Hard count. And timeout, Coach Thompson. So I think they probably will now send the punting team on. Maybe, possibly. We don't know. All right. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling is a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simple at West Point Bank. Hometown banking made simple. So, Tony, an 8 o'clock start tonight, a long second half, and an old broadcaster. And,
I think that was my fault. I think I gave you. I think you caught it. I think you caught a yawn from me.
I caught the yawn from
a
Tony.
minute earlier.
It's his fault.
I'll take the hit from the head coach right there.
It's been an attaboy. It's been a long day teaching at school today, and
a long game.
My kids were great. Now it's been a long game. It was moving fast in the first half, and man, it's come to a grinding halt. 4th and 1, they're going. Cowboys got it.
He's got it.
And
And
more. One man, got him on the ground. So about a 30-yard carry for Kai Boyd. They're just inside the 20. They were right at the 50, so we'll give him 32 on the carry. Wow. 4th and 1, and it's a 32-yard run for Kai Boyd. His last 3 runs are 20, 43, and 32. I'd give him the ball again.
I would say that would be probably a good idea.
He might go
on the inside run, because they've all been inside runs.
Alive. Give him the rock. And there it goes
There
again.
it goes again.
Breaks 1 tackle. Picks up 8 or 9 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 2, maybe 3, maybe just a 7-yard gain. But they are approaching the 10, maybe at the 12-yard line, somewhere in that 10, 11-yard line range. Yep, 12-yard line. 2 wide receivers to each side. Give his Boyd again, straight ahead. Breaks another tackle. Touchdown, Trojans. Wow.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Trojans.
So Kai Boyd puts another one in the end zone. That is his 2nd touchdown of the ball game, and he had 80 yards in the first half, and I'm telling you, he has over 100 here in this half. He is approaching after that 9-yard run there. He's right about at the 200-yard mark with 2 touchdowns. Quite a night for Kai Boyd rushing the football here. Was passing the ball in the first half, rushing it here in the second for this Trojan squad. So this is a young man who's got 622 yards coming into tonight. He's well over 800 yards now at this point on the season. With 2 weeks to go, we may have ourselves a 1,000-yard rusher here at North Hardin again.
It would be great for them to be able to tote that by the end of the season.
Absolutely. Would be a great accomplishment for the young man, and he's had a great game tonight here in this district game. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the load next week against Central Hardin.
It's going to be a good game.
Well, 6:17 remaining in this one.
35-7.
35-7. The first score of this second half. Again, Barren County is going to go back and look at the tape. It's not really tape anymore, whatever it is. They're going to look at video.
They're going to go look at an online stream.
They're going to, they'll go to Huddle, which is the program that all these programs use to watch film.
Coach is showing his age. Because
exactly.
even I didn't trade film.
Yeah,
I traded DVDs.
Wow. Yeah, we used to trade VHS tapes. Drive hours to do that. Now you just send an email with the with it on there, or send a whatever. I don't know.
It's automatically uploaded, Coach.
Whatever.
It's all right.
Shut up, Menendez. Leave the old man alone. Jabari Rashid kicking one off. Spillman's got it at the 5. Number 5 from the 5. Trying to get outside the coverage, and he gets it past the 20. So not a bad return for Tate Spillman here with 6:11 remaining. Down 35-7. Again, I was saying before I was interrupted, talking about this coaching staff going back and watching the game again on whatever platform they're watching it on, and they're just going to be super disappointed in the outcome of what they got. They played better than just the mistakes. They matched up better than what they ended. And right now at 35-7, it's pretty evident that this thing is going to end up as a very large victory for the Trojans. Bootleg pass. Oh, my goodness.
That was a pig throw.
Boy, that was, he was trying to get it to Miller again, but Miller had a Trojan draped all over him. Number 33 was draped all over Aiden Miller, and there was no chance of him making that play. That's Joseph Estelita, number 33, outside linebacker, making that play. He's made a couple of dangerous throws on that. One was his lone pick of the night, which was a horrible decision. That was not a very good decision. Although, if you look at Estelita, he's not the biggest fella, and Aiden Miller is probably about 6'3" and about 220 pounds. Maybe he just thought he had an opportunity there. They're going to give now to Rito. I believe that's Cody. Is that Cody or is that Bradshaw?
I can't tell.
12 or 9?
I've got the bar in front of me.
9.
Number 9.
So 3-yard gain for Rito is going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 here.
3rd and 6.
Ball at their own 26-yard line.
On their schedule.
Well, Meade, I'd guess.
Yep.
They'll be playing Meade County next week at home. They finish off the season with Allen County Scottsville, which I think will be a tough matchup. That's a pretty good ball club usually. I'm not sure where they are this year, but that might be a tough matchup. So it's going to be a tough finish to the season. Wow, all-out blitz coming, 2 backers coming. Nice sidearm throw. Gets it to Spillman. It'll be short of the 1st down. He had to get it out with the pressure coming in his face. But that's the kind of throw this kid can make, Tony. I mean,
they brought the 0 blitz and just dropped his arm to the side and slung it real quick before they got there.
So the 3 down linemen obviously are bringing pressure, but then 2 linebackers were coming as well. So it's a 5-man rush, but those 2 linebackers are in his face, and he just drops that arm and slings it. 4th and 2 here. They'll go for it. Gosh, they're going to run the ball and get stuffed, which is what's happened all night in these circumstances.
We got a
timeout. Barren County. All right, this is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew. That's Devontae Carney, Michael Collins, Madison Wilcoxon, and Ron Hartley. We would like to also thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Earlier in the game, I was watching NFHS.
Yes, you were.
As I've told you several times this year, my nephew plays at Marietta. He had his first start as the quarterback at Marietta High School tonight. Last I saw, they were up. They were up on McEachern. They were up 24-7 at the half. I think 34-14 is the final on that ball game. Another throw to Miller there, man. What are they doing? My goodness.
And that was one of those plays, like we've said this before in other games. You got to go past the down markers before you try to turn to catch the ball. Be aware of your surroundings.
So, I mean, that's just, it's crazy. It's 4th and 2.
There shouldn't be any route that's under that.
And you don't run a route that's more than 2 yards. He catches the ball short of the 1st down marker. And, you know, the kid is under pressure, makes a great throw, gets it to his top receiver, Miller. But Miller hasn't run a route to get a 1st down. How on 4th and 2 do you not run a 2-yard route? I'll tell you. So listen, you know, I'm acting crazy. Maybe it's
you're not acting crazy.
It's 10-20. So here's the deal. This is what makes good offensive coordinators and good quarterbacks, folks. Just in case you're wondering, you know, how are some guys good and some guys not good? One of the first things I was taught in college, and for those of you who don't know out there, I'm going to pat myself on the back. Tony's doing it for me right now, patting me on the back. I was a college quarterback at a small Division III college, but was a college All-American who threw for 340 yards a game. One of the first things one of my coaches told me, and he was an All-American quarterback at the same school 15 years before me, if it's 3rd and 10, throw a 12-yard route. That is not hard to figure out. I mean, you know what the routes are in the route combination. Don't throw it to the 2-yard route. And if they're not open, you're not picking the thing up anyway. And your receivers have to be taught that. When you've got a 4th and 5, run a 6-yard route. If it's normally a 2-yard route, stretch it. You've got to pick up the first down yards. A lot of people, the theory, Tony, is you got athletes on the field, you throw it to them and you let them make the last
play.
No. That's how you get stopped. You throw routes that are going to get you to the first down marker. It's bad football. That's what frustrates me so much is we see it constantly. It's
happened several times this season.
Oh, my goodness. We talk about it every week.
Games
Absolutely.
It's 3rd and 7.
You
and
run
the
a
guy
5-yard
runs a 5-yard route or hits a quick slant on a 2 or 3-yard route and he needs 7 yards.
Punt it. If you don't have enough sense to run a route that's going to get you to the first down marker. Anyway, you're hopefully out there in TV watching this. If you're still watching at 35-7, you're learning something right now because it's called good football. In good football, you run a route to the sticks. You get to the sticks. You pick up the first down if you complete it. Thorpe now running for his life. He's going to throw one away. Good decision by Thorpe. Thorpe's played so good tonight. Both quarterbacks.
I'm surprised he's still in right now.
Well, at 35-7 and 3:46 to go, yeah, get him out. Put DJ Loggins in or something.
You got a big district game next week.
Exactly. Well, but Tony, that was our second talking point of the pregame was the 2 quarterbacks, Thorpe and Childress, and they haven't disappointed. They're both excellent quarterbacks. They're very accurate throwers. Man, Thorpe tonight has been the best I've seen him. I saw him in 2 other games. John Harden, which was a tough one to gauge much, but against Manual, who's one of the top 3 teams in the state. Tough game just in general.
And Barren may have a tough time next week because he was like dink and dunking and throwing the ball on North.
Right.
And North Hart has been able to do that on Barren, not just on short yardage stuff, but like hitting some big plays down the field.
Oh,
so
yeah, it's been everywhere. They've used the whole
coverage.
field.
Oh. You need to be working on that this week if you are Barren County.
Oh, my. Yeah, Meade County has gone to a more wide-open attack, throwing the ball significantly more. There's a good – oh, man,
almost
great play. Boykins almost had another touchdown there. Is that Miller?
Yep.
19 or is it 18? Can't see his jersey because it's wrinkled up. That may have been Aiden Miller making a play again from the secondary.
He almost had a pick on it.
He did. He was beaten, actually, by Boykins. Yeah, that was Aiden Miller again. But he was able to dive and get his hands on the ball and knock it out. Like you said, he almost grabbed it up. Well, 3:07 to go here. Game is all but over.
People are starting to walk away, starting to file out.
Beat the crowd, folks. Good homecoming night tonight. They did have recognition of new Hall of Fame inductees into North Hardin Athletic Hall of Fame.
You're a Hall of Famer.
Of which I'm a member.
You are.
It was a very special night. That was 2017 or 18 class, I think, 17. Me and my brother were inducted together into the North Hardin Athletic Hall of Fame. And my brother was a stud quarterback here at North Hardin. I was a terrible quarterback here at North Hardin, who eventually became good in college. I was just we're just going to say I was a late bloomer.
There you go.
I was a late bloomer. So I was inducted because of my later accomplishments, not my accomplishments while here. I wasn't that bad.
Was it the coaching?
Wasn't that good. No,
just recognize pure talent.
Yeah. No, it's called a skinny, gawky kid who had no strength at all. I wasn't a bad athlete. I was just skinny as all anything, but not like my brother, who was a big, huge, massive, hulking guy who was a high school All-American here at North Hardin and played at Vanderbilt in the SEC. So he was a good one. He had offers from North Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, Vanderbilt. Did not get offered by Penn State. We thought Penn State was going to offer him. Had a couple meetings with Joe Paterno, and they didn't end up offering him. Deep throw down the field, just taking a shot. Why not? I mean, they had lost a bunch on the play before, and
It's first and 21.
my goodness, holy cow, it's more than 21. The math is poor on this one, but yeah, it's like 28. It's going to be second and 28 now. Childress just in a bad spot here. Late in the game, he's going to throw the football. Try to take some shots here. You don't blame the kid for that.
I mean, the defense knows all you can do is throw it.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
they're loading up. They're taking some, some different blitzes thrown at him, and he's handling all of them very well, whether it's staying in the pocket and making throws or getting out of the pocket and throwing on the run. There's a good throw to the outside, right on the money. Oh, nice move. Aiden Miller. That's that comeback route that we saw earlier for a first down. That one picks up about 16 or 17 yards, but it ain't even close to a first down.
So now we got a 3rd and 16. So the goal is
pick
to
up 8 yards.
Pick
twice.
about 8 yards this time, and then the next time, make sure if it's 8
You're
yards
right,
away,
yeah.
go out 10 yards for your route.
Yeah. I'm watching A.J. Ruggiero on the sideline. He's walking around. Seems fine. I'm sure he's in a bit of a fog. Hopefully he'll be better. Hopefully it's not that serious and he'll be cleared. But sometimes those concussion protocols can be something else.
Oh, you tell me my team's the Dolphins. I mean, we've been dealing with that.
Oh, my goodness. Overthrew that one. That's the second time I saw Childress make a bad throw. That time it was because he had pressure in his face and all of his weight was on his back foot, trying to throw the ball, and the ball sailed. The ball will sail on you if you can't turn into the throw at all. Yeah. 4th down and 1,000,000, and from your own end, you just punt this away. 4th and 16. I mean, there's no point.
Yeah, I mean,
down 35-7.
You don't want to add insult to injury.
Yeah.
Just give him another free touchdown.
Yep. So Boykins will come in to receive the punt. Miller will go back to kick the punt. We keep saying Aiden Miller's name. What's his name again?
Captain everything.
Yeah, there he is. Boykins will stand at about the 50 to receive the punt. The ball is sitting at the 22-yard line here. And punt is away. It's a good punt. Boykins retreating. He dropped it again. Wow.
You need to get a handle on that before next week, too.
Yeah, that's twice
That's
he's done
twice.
that. So he started the 50, had to back up all the way to the 40, so he was backpedaling hard.
You fair catch that thing,
Yeah.
you catch it, and you don't let it get a hard bounce and go downfield. I mean,
Yeah, he had waved for a fair catch. It was the right move. He just didn't handle it.
If you can return it, that's like the icing on the cake. I just want you to catch that ball cleanly and stop it from like bouncing way back in the back of killing the field position game. My son was disappointed this wasn't the Central Harding game. He wanted to go sit in the press box with the Central Harding and watch them play.
Oh, yeah. Look at Boyd running dudes over. Wow, about 4-yard gain. He was met in the backfield 2 yards deep and stiff-armed one and ran over another and, again, picks up 4 yards. 2:25 and counting here. 35-7 ball game. North Hardin putting the bow on top of this one. That will run their record to 4-4. Again, they have had such a great run in the last 4 years.
And they've been playing some tough competition,
They really have. The Meade County loss is a shock to them and everyone probably. But, a loss to Bowling Green, a loss to Manual, a loss to Boyle County. Manual and Boyle County are probably 2 of the top 10 teams across all divisions of Kentucky football. Bowling Green's not a slouch. I think this year they're not as good as they've been, but
their down years would be, some people would enjoy those as good years.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, their losses, the only bad losses, the Meade County losses, you saw tonight from our reporting. Meade County lost 30-10 to Central Hardin. So, tough one for North last week to lose to Meade.
He got a first down.
Boy.
And then some.
I'm assuming it's Kai Boyd. Let me check to make sure it's 22 and not 25. It is. It's still Kai Boyd.
Still Kai
he
Boyd.
is, at this point, well over 200 yards. I'm not marking down these runs here as I had been before. I'm pretty sure he had gotten to 200. Let me do a little bit of math on that.
They call them we used to call them in my high school the trash time yards.
Yeah, I had him for.
He was close to 200.
Yeah, I had him at 189.
Just past the half.
Before the last series, and he had a couple of short gains on the last series. He's just had a couple of 7 or 8 yard gains, so he went over 200 yards this evening by just a few yards. Thorpe is going to take a knee as we're down to 38 seconds and running out here. So homecoming night, Hall of Fame recognition night for North Hard. Everything is beautiful and pretty tonight. We'll hope for the health of A.J. Ruggiero on this side. Final analysis for us, Tony, anything for either of these squads or both?
Well, I think the big thing for the North Hardin Trojans is they're going to really need to tighten some things up before next week. They can't give up those silly turnovers and get some of those silly penalties they got this game. More was the turnover game. I mean, I really think Barren got to hold on and be in this game longer than maybe they would have if it wasn't for the turnovers.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it could have been way worse, way earlier if they had turned the football over in the first half like they did. I agree with that. They're going to have to do a good job. Super impressed with Jaden Thorpe. I think that's probably his best performance of the season. He looked phenomenal. We've got this Barren County squad. Regardless of what happens with Meade County, they'll be on the road in the playoffs from the beginning. Coach Muse is going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to score. They have a couple of guys that can run the ball. They have a great passer. They have a couple of pretty good receivers in Truitt and Miller. I just think up front is where they're getting beaten, and the coach. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do when you're struggling up front. When you're getting beaten, I don't think they're terrible up front. I just think when they're playing other 6A schools, they're just getting beat up front.
And it just could be a thing where the game wore down over the game because they have a lot of guys going both ways, and you have guys having to start offensive line and defensive line. It starts to get taxing after a while, and if you're playing against another school, like when they played against Central, who had a really strong defensive line up front, and was able to get that penetration and wear you out quick, things to get handled fast.
So again, our final score tonight, 35-7. North Hardin with a huge victory tonight. Again, Barren County, regardless of what happens with Meade next week, is probably at this point just prepping for the postseason. They've got to get themselves together and ready to try to pull some sort of an upset in week one of the playoffs. I would say they're capable of doing it, even though it's not likely. They beat Central Hardin last year in a shocker in the regular season, so they've had big wins in the district, with these same players. But it's a long road for them. For North Hardin, this may have been a big step in the right direction. The season comes down to 1 week for North Hardin and Central Hardin next week. Central Hardin wins, their district champions, and they've kind of overcome some issues that they've had in the past. If North Hardin wins, they'll share a district title and kind of overcome a bad loss to Meade County. That would mean a lot to this North Hardin program to get a win next week. So we'll be here. I'll be here. Sorry.
I think I may not be on the radio, on the TV with you, but I'm probably going to be up here with you guys watching that game.
Absolutely. Jeff Knoll will probably be beside me next week to call this big district championship game between Central Hardin and North Hardin. Please tune in for that ball game. It'll be a fantastic battle between these two perennial district powers, and battling for supremacy right here in Radcliffe next Friday night. I'm Paul Gray. Tony Menendez with me here. Good night, everybody.
Good night.